PMP day, yeah. PMP day, yeah. I take over now. Burn Miss Affair out of the town right now. Mark holding time now. PMP time this right now. I take over now. Run separation out of the town right now. Tell them we are march out now. Golden a walk out now. We tired of you misleading. We tired of you pretending. We tired of your lockdown thing. We tired of we frustrated. Caesar, you lie. You lie. Watch it. We want to change right now, so you really need to go right now. I take over now. Burn Miss Affair out of the town right now. Mark holding time now. PMP time this right now. I take over now. Run separation out of the town right now. Tell them we are march out now. Golden a walk out now. Now is the time that we campaigning. No more Kool-Aid champagne thing. When the people's national party win, the green get bell, golden win. We want that change right now. Miss Affair, please take a break right now. Jamaica need a better leader right now. No. I take over now. Burn Miss Affair out of the town right now. Mark holding time now.
Good evening.
MP time this right now. I take over now. Run separation out of the town right now. Till me a march out now. Golden a
I wanna do. Good evening, TikTok. Good evening, YouTube. Young Sansan, what you do? Lord, look for me ear. Me ear want do. Me hairdresser there in Jamaica. My daughter gonna come do me ear for me. Me send fear. I wanna do. How are you all? How are you doing? Let me show YouTube my face. So them, because them always a complain. Yes, hi YouTube, hey TikTok, what's up? As you come on, remember to share the link, right? Come on, share up the live, please and thank you. See, let me share the YouTube link already. All right, we are live on TikTok. There we go. All right. We have a heap of wagwan, everybody. With how many people tell me hi already on TikTok. Good night, everybody. Good evening, everybody. It's still evening in Jamaica. And hey, O'Brien. Good evening, all of you. Tonight is going to be a very exciting night. I'm gonna share up the live. My lip white. I'm gonna share up the live. It's gonna be very, listen, let me tell you from now, we have a very crowded schedule this week. Tonight, we were supposed to have Counselor's Corner with Comrade Kijana Johnson out of Racecourse, but him postponed till tomorrow, right? Because, so tomorrow now we have two guests. We have Comrade Miranda Wellington from Southwest St. Elizabeth, the PNP caretaker for Southwest St. Elizabeth. Good night, Millicent Jones. Now, we will also have Comrade Kajana Johnson right after. So we have two back-to-back tomorrow. Then on Wednesday, comrades. You're saying I'm very low, you sure? Let me check. Carl Singh. I'm going to check the volume for you. It low? I don't know why. Boo. I can't sing in the ear. May I try to sing? I don't know why it low. Because the volume, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Probably I need to come closer to the microphone. Well, I'm closer to it. I hope you're hearing me clearer. My mouth big, I'm very loud, so I don't know. When people tell me so them can't hear me, is a problem. Howdy, Chevy? How you do? All right. So Wednesday now, as I was saying, Wednesday is the big night. We have a very special guest on Wednesday. On Wednesday, we will be joined by Comrade Mayor of the KSAMC, the big man himself. Hi, Sonny. Hi, baby. Hi, sweetie pie. Me tell them, say me here look bad and me send for you for come to me here. See you next week, baby. Right. Yes. Okay, so on Wednesday we will be joined by the man himself, the big man, Comrade Andrew Swaby, one mayor, our mayor from KSAMC. So that is Wednesday night. Right? So remember, we have, thank you, Chevy. We have two guests for Tuesday. And we have the big man himself for Wednesday. Then on Saturday, somebody that you have been, Wagwan Natalie, what's up? Somebody that you have been demanding for a very long time will be here finally. And that is Starboy himself, Comrade KD Knight. So yes, he said this week, we're coming with it. We're coming with it all. I don't know if I am able to come live on Friday as yet. I'm gonna see, but I'm supposed to go down go into one next town in Florida, and it might take me a while. I have some commitments, but so far I can't complain. Remember, tomorrow we have Miranda Wellington, Comrade Miranda Wellington, and Comrade Kajana Johnson. So you have an MP caretaker, Wagwan Nadine. You have an MP caretaker, and we have yeah man, is a star-studded week, and we have a counselor, a sitting counselor, one of the youngest sitting counselors, and he's from Racecourse Division. Wednesday we have Comrade Mayor Andrew Swaby coming to talk about his 100 days, the first 100 days in office. And Saturday, comrades, remember, Thursday I am on the Titans, and Saturday, comrades, we will be having Starboy himself, KD Knight, and we're going old school. Listen, TikTok, wanna share up the live. Wagwan, what this? Clay, I'm trying to pronounce your name from Saint Bess. Clateg PR. I'm not sure how you pronounce it. Wanna share up the live on TikTok. I'm not happy with the numbers. Share up the live. Right? Share up the live on TikTok for me, please, and thank you. Wagwan and Marie, what's up? What's up? What's up? So today now is whole heap of preaching going on. Enough preaching going on tonight. Because it seems say ANJU wants to be a dictator. ANJU Holness thinks say Jamaica is Iran, or Jamaica is one of them country the Israel or Iran, or one of them country the way him can dictate what go on. Him thinks his name is a Putin or North Korea. That is it. So we're going to deal with ANJU today now, but we have a few other things to talk about before we start with ANJU. As you come on, comrades, share up the live. Share up the live so that we can grow the numbers, especially on TikTok. TikTok, me not happy with the numbers. Me telling you from now. Share up the live. I'll be sharing up the live too. Alright, so take a minute to share up the live. Me now start make nice to be reach 100 on TikTok. Cause normally I don't play these games. Don't play these games. Let's go. Let's get the numbers up. And the number them a drop. Whoa, watch number drop. I watching on a drop in. True me don't come on 1 week. Oh, you said they will be here. No problem. I'm sharing the live same way. I'm sharing it up same way. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm sharing it up same way so we get the numbers up and running. One more share and then we start. But you know we have a lot of issues to discuss before we start beat ANJU. We're going to beat him. We're going to beat ANJU. ANJU said something today where boy, you have to wonder about him. You have to wonder about him. But we're going to show up him hypocrisy, the hypocrisy. But you know what he's trying to do, you know. He tried this during the local government elections. He tried pretty much the same thing. He tried something very similar in the local government election. In the local government election, ANJU tried something like that. But make we talk about, you know, so them you can know when Labour right going in election season, you know. You know how we know that them going in election season? Them start with the goodies. Them start with the goodies. Everybody know and them goodies. So Minister of Sports Olivia Grange has announced that athletes who qualify for the Olympic Games in Paris next month will each receive 350,000. So you know the goodie bag open now. You can know when we're going into elections, you know, because them start dash out. Them start dash money left, right, and center. So we know say election is near. Right? Because they are trying everything. They are trying everything. Big up yourself, Rolva. Right? Wagwan Joseph Campbell, how you do? So them are try everything to remain relevant. No, but you see, unfriendly that we are going to talk about now. Because sake of Babsy, Jamaica don't get none of the Cricket World Cup games. We feel so far removed from World Cup cricket, which is being held in West Indies. The first time since 2007. Almost 20 years. 3 years shy of 20 years. And Jamaica did not get to partake in that. And now this hypocrite woman talk about what she giving the athletes. How has she supported athletics in any way heading up to the Olympics? That I want to ask. How has she supported athletics? You know my proximity to the sport, right? So I just look on her and shake my head. No, it's 300 Jamaican to 300,000 Jamaican, my love. Which US? But this is what them do all the time to try and PR. When them sister the pressure go when them like to show themselves in the limelight for PR, another PR stunt. You understand me? Yeah, man, PR all over again. But we're gonna take them on one by one tonight. You understand? Because if them is not the only one way into the PR, them trying everything, you know. Everything them a try. See another one who a try the PR here too. Daryl Vaz. Daryl Vaz having a meltdown over Twitter and nobody is paying him no mind. Now Daryl Vaz is tweeting. Daryl Vaz look like say Mark Golding live rent free in him head. Yeah. Daryl Vaz is over there on him soapbox called him Twitter account. Talking about how Mark Golding lie. It's like the man so upset saying him don't have no visa. That him grudge Mark Golding for the little British citizenship where him inherit from him father. And every single day him depend Mark Golding's citizenship and nobody is noticing him. Nobody is paying him any mind. When you go over there, him page dead like knit. People tell him for go talk about Diane Smith and go talk about the hospital them we pop down. Yeah. Imagine. I see a friend of mine named Linda, a very popular person who has nothing to do with politics at all. And he is somebody that I know very well for many, many years. Thank you, Richie. Thank you, Richie, for the gifts. And remember to tap up the screen and like as well. Get me to I want to go 100,000 tonight. Thank you, Richie. Thank you. But my friend Lyndon, his uncle was in an accident and needed a ventilator. I'm sure you would have all heard about this. He was all over. He went viral. Talking about the fact that his uncle could not get health care. And they were trying to transfer him from Cornwall to Kingston and he couldn't get a ventilator. Well, Lyndon returned yesterday with the heartbreaking confirmation that his uncle had passed because he was not able to get a ventilator. But you have Chris Tufton all over the place, making an ass of himself. But we not touch Christopher Tufton yet. Make us focus on Darrell Vaz, who is promising taxi man. Hear this now. Come mid-July, public passenger vehicle operators, right, will benefit from a discount between $3 and $8 per litre on fuel at select gas stations. Them come with the goodie bags. Now, after them terrorize the taxi man them so, taxi man have to protest. Taxi man have to go on bad because of the ticket them. Them think said this is gonna solve the $500,000 ticket them. That me want know. Do they think that this is gonna solve the you think they're taking $3 to $8 off a litre of gas is going to solve the big ticket them where police are stop them and get them? Thank you, Janoa. Thank you. And that me want know. You see, this shows you how little they think of us as a people. And this is what I want you to understand. Them not rate we as a people, you know, because them think say them can buy with loyalty. That's what it boils down to. And I hope the taxi operators are paying attention to how cheap they think we are. You miss me, I miss you too, baby. I'm here. Boy, you see the black circle them still under my eye? No matter how sleep and drink water, can me say, boy, make me hydrate myself. I am still tired. I'm still tired. Alright? It's like the brain power when I use up. I'll know my body can't build back. I feel like I'm run 3 marathon and I can't bounce back. But that's okay, I'll get there. But it goes to show, and I hope the taxi operators are paying attention. It goes to show how little they think of us. What go on, Rado? Yeah, it goes to show how little them rate the taxi man them. Because them sweet, them give a little sweet now. But then, nobody knows who own the chosen gas station. But I guess we'll never know. The taxi man them we know. That's all I can say. The taxi man them we know. But you see, instead of doing something that would benefit the masses, like getting rid of the SCT on fuel, no, them not do that. Them want to pick and choose who benefit. So, taxi man, them want to take a little bit off of here, little bit off of there, and then they insult our intelligence, our collective intelligence. They insult our collective intelligence. Yes, Richie. This SCT, the 7% tax, we have the whole of we pay in more everything. We've spoken about this already. How this SCT affects us. Comrades, when you tap up the screen, share up the live. We want to jump to 100,000 likes tonight by 8:30. Right? Yes, man, the selected gas station them. God, he knows who own the selected gas station them. But more to come, comrades, because we have more things to discuss. We have more things to discuss. We're going to talk about hypocrite Tufton. When you realize that Tufton star the show every day. Every day Tufton star the show. Tufton is a real star boy. Dr. Death himself. Real star boy. Wait there. Real star boy. Yeah, man. We're going to show Tufton no and him hypocrisy. You know, when the US, the UK, and Canada started this mass recruitment of Jamaican healthcare workers, especially nurses, an alarm was sounded. Right? An alarm was sounded. The nurses out here said, listen, good evening everybody, nature girl, everybody, welcome, welcome. Share up the live, tap up the screen. Make we get up to 200. 200 we're going. Thank you, daddy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. But as I'm saying to you now, Natalie Lita Garvey proposed this. Yeah, man, Nadine, you're right. Natalie was the one who was the first one as the Minister of Sports to award athletes. You're right. But wanna listen to me now. Remember, Christopher Tufton, when the nurses asked for more money, when the nurses complained about the conditions they were working under, when the nurses said, listen, if you do not treat us right, we have options where we can be paid more money. We have options where we can be treated with respect. What did Christopher say? Wanna remember? Yes, man. If you don't love it, leave it. That is what Christopher Tufton told the nurses. He urged them when they were asking for more money, because him have them living from hand to mouth. Is you should be committed to the patients. You should be more committed to the patients than the pay. Thank you, Daddy Shark. I want to know, why is it that Christopher Tufton is not, as the health minister, more committed to the patients than the money that's scraping out of the health ministry? Why not more committed to the patients than Market Me? Why not more committed to the patients than Archer's Funeral Home? Or Blue Diamond Rice? Or everything we're benefiting from somewhere along the line? That is what I want to know. Why is it that Chris Tufton is not committed overall to healthcare in Jamaica? Why doesn't he lead by example? So we're going fast forward now, comrades. We're going to fast forward. We're going to fast forward to today. Yeah, man, we're going to fast forward to today. And we're going to show that now that the hotter claps reach and the nurse them is taking away themselves left, right and center. The nurse them is taking away themselves left, right and center. Tufton tune change. So now Tufton is chiding the large nations for stripping small countries of trained workers. I think him did say, if you don't love it, leave it. So why I'm complaining now? Why is Christopher Tufton complaining that the nurses have left? A little birdie tell me today that Christopher Tufton is trying to negotiate. He's trying to find a way to get the USA to stop recruiting Jamaican nurses. So he's trying to shut down an opportunity for Jamaican nurses to migrate and make a better life for themselves. He's trying to work out some memorandum of understanding with the US recruiting companies so that there will be a stop order on the recruitment of Jamaican nurses. And that is all well and good, But what about the back end now? Why don't you pay them? If you want to retain them, why the hell you don't pay them? Wanna share up the live, comrades? So me really don't happy with over TikTok today. The numbers low because YouTube are more than no. Big up yourself, Carmen Robinson. It's all about the pay. If the nurses cannot make a life out there, why can't they go away and make a life? Why must nurses live hand to mouth while him live in the lap of luxury with him 200% salary increase, and God he knows what other business him have him hand dip into? That's what I want to know. Big up Angela. Wagwan, Angela Code. Listen to me. Narcissistic people, Janor, don't normally acknowledge when they are wrong. They do not normally acknowledge when they are wrong. Come, comrades. When I'm supposed to have me at 50,000 likes by now. Tap up the screen and man in the make TikTok tell me say the live need for we need for wait name when we need for verify it. We don't want a verification notification tonight. So on the top of the screen, make we get the numbers up and running. Talk to me. Talk to me. Come, let's go. Let's do this. Let us do this. Him don't want to pay them winning. He does not. Tufton does not want to pay the nurses. But he wants the nurses to stay and work under slave-like conditions. He wants them to stay. And let me tell you something. I think it's monkey money nurse make when them come up here, so. And I think it's monkey money. Even the basic little nurse we're working as a like what we call the practical nurse. Right? Where basically train the one with the least training. When them come to the States, they're making all $1,000 a week. That's $4,000 a month. You know how much money that? $4,000 US a month. Think about it. If the basic nurse is working $20 an hour and them doing 10-hour shifts per day, because a nurse's shift here is 10 hours, and them working 5 days a week, gonna do the maths, you know. 10 hours a day is $200 a day. 5 days a week is $1,000 a week. That is minimum, you know. Some of them go up to $40. So some of them is $2,000 per week them working as a patient care assistant. But you know the nurse them will wear the pink in the hospital them. We average it out, Arlene, to 10 hours. We average it, the middle space right there, so it's 10 hours. So they are working between $1,000 and $2,000 a week. That is between $4,000 to $8,000 US dollars a month. How much a Jamaican nurse getting paid? How much is a patient care? And as I said, this is the patient care assistant. Thank you, Winnie. We'll heap of them. They're making even more money when them go Dubai. All them have to do is make sure them keep them head covered and them beard. Because a lot of the reason why there are so many openings in America for nurses and the UK and Canada is because the ones that are trained there are going to Dubai. So that is why Dubai I take the whole of them. So that's why so much opening in America, UK and Canada. Because those people trained there going to Dubai. So me want to know now. How does he think he's gonna stop them when he can? Him not even paying nurses $2,000 US dollars a month. Cause we're talking in US dollars now. We're talking in US dollars now. So a Jamaican nurse is not. A Jamaican nurse is making probably between $1,500 and $2,000, the highest. I don't think there is a Jamaican nurse making more than $2,500 per month in Jamaica. And yet you have basic nurses making $2,000 a week in the States. I have a dear friend of mine who gone to the UK to work as a patient care assistant at a nursing home, and she's making about £4,000 a month. She gone to UK. How much money she was making in Jamaica? That's the point I'm trying to make. So why is it that this man now thinks him can't stop the people them from eat them food when them can't him not pay them? The best way to retain people is to simply pay them. People can't work for free. People have bills to pay. Student loan. We're going to talk about that student loan thing next, you know. Now that may I tell you, Natalie, the nurse's aid, that is the patient care assistant them. The nurse's aid, they are making at least $1,000 a week. Because it's $20 them getting paid per hour. That's the bottom line. Thank you, Daddy Shark. Thank you. Now remember to share up the live. Share up the live. TikTok, we want to go up to 200 now. Let us get the live up to 200. 200. There you go. Comment, thank you. Thank you. Because them think says lie, me telling. You see, anyway, me them ask question, you know. $18 an hour. And don't you working, Carmen, don't you are working at least 12 hours a day, because the one them were working below, the ones that are working below 10 hours, work 12 hours. If them getting below $20, they work 12 hours. How much hours you work, Carmen, a day? Talk it truth now. Tell me how much, because you say you're doing $18 an hour. 12, not 12 hours you're working. So it basically work out back to the same thing. You're working at least $1,000 a week. That is $4,000 a month. That is six. Thank you, Carmen. You see, TikTok, there is a patient care assistant in the States who is in the YouTube chat. And she says that she's a patient care assistant. She works $18 an hour, 12 hours a day. Right? So she's making at least $1,000 a week. $1,000 a week is 150,000 Jamaican dollar. Which patient care assistant in Jamaica making that? Them not making more than 100 a month. A month. Right? That is $600,000 a month. And $600,000 a month. How much money is that? Talk to me. Only talk to me good. Who in Jamaica make $600,000 a month? Now be rich people. Down to the garbage collector, them up here make more money than the business people them in Jamaica. But this drunkard now, Dr. Death himself, is telling people, yes, Mikelda, the garbage collector here, minimum wage up here is $13, $12, $13, you know, an hour. An hour, not a day, an hour. Right? There you go, Carmen. Talk it truth. See, Natalie says she makes $22 an hour when she work. Right? They pay you according to experience, and I have 28 years. Now look at that. The little people them serving burger in Burger King and them place, them making $13 an hour. An hour. Yet your minister does not want to pay healthcare professionals and then complaining when them leave. After them tell them 2 years ago, if you don't love it, leave it. Because guess what? Love can yam. Love can pay the student loan what them have to pay for go nursing school in the first place. Thank you. Thank you, Denise, because make them listen, apples, thank you. Thank you. Right? More. Some of them are making. New York is minimum wage is $16. See there? To rotted. Now you tell me. Tell me. Only tell me good. But this young man here want Jamaicans to suffer. Them is a wicked. Florida is 14 to 18 for CNA. And that's the basic. Thank you. Okay. Alright. And them they were making them money. There's 12 hours them working a day. Right? $1,000 a week, that because some of them is 6 days a week them work too. And CNA are not even considered to be nurses as yet. CNA not the one them were trained for like a year or something like that. Some of them are trained for 3 months, 4 months. I'm making that kind of money. No one to tell me. Anyway, we're not gonna spend too long with Tufton, you know. So I go on, Shari, what's up? Congratulations, Shari. I saw that you graduated with your LLM. Congrats, that's a master's in law. Congratulations. Big up yourself, you know. Make we know say we're bright. Listen to me. Comrades, our junior shadow minister on justice just graduated with her master's in law in Canada. And she's on the live now. I want to big her up, Shari Melanin, one and only Shari Melanin. Because comrades are bright. Comrades are brilliant. And then soon have to talk to me nice to come. Me soon done my doctorate. Alright? So big up yourself, Shari. We're proud of you. Proud of you, girl. Well done. Well done. Your granddaughter is 18 and work $20. You see what may I tell you? This is what I'm telling you. So make Tufton move with him hypocrisy. There's before we move on from Tufton, you know. I'm going to play a video for you because I want you to see them trying them PR spin. We're going to have a laugh before we move on to the next story about the student loan. We're going to have a laugh. We're gonna have a laugh. Wait there. See it here.
General Surgeon and Senior Medical Officer here at Percy Junior Hospital. We're having training on 360-degree freehand robotic camera holder that is used in laparoscopic surgery. In laparoscopic surgery, through tiny incisions, we insert a camera into the abdomen, and through the camera we're able to see on the inside. We then make other tiny incisions to put instruments in to complete the operations. So what this machine that we're using today, which will do our first live operation in 2 days' time, does is that a robot holds the camera. Normally, you'd have to have an assistant surgeon or nurse hold the camera for you. And after about 30 minutes of just holding that camera in place, sometimes it gets a little bit shaky and the vision is not as good. So with this machine, the 360 freehand, it holds the camera in position steadily for as long as you need it to be there for up to 8 hours. And the surgeon now controls the camera. So just with a shift of the head and a press of a pedal, you can move the camera to the left, right, up, down, or zoom in and zoom out. This allows us to do the operation in a more comfortable way. It also brings us into the 21st century as it relates to robotic surgery. And I believe this is the first of its kind in Jamaica. And we welcome it here at Percy Junior Hospital. So thanks to A.A. Key and the procurement team from the Southern Regional Health Authority that has allowed us to be a leading force once again in the Caribbean.
I have to laugh. But I have to laugh because guess what now? I have to laugh. Oops. I have to laugh. Because guess what now? If them doing the robotics laparoscopic surgery on the patient at Percy Junior Hospital. Where? Percy Junior Hospital. What is Percy Junior Hospital? What type of hospital? Remember now, you have type A, type B, and type C hospital. Type A, the major hospitals like Cornwall Regional and KPH and University Hospital. Type B, like Spanish Town, Maypen, and Mandeville Hospital. Type C, like Percy Junior Hospital. Percy Junior Hospital, Noel Holmes Hospital, Port Antonio Hospital, and Otter Bay Hospital. Type C. So you have all of this fancy equipment at Percy Junior Hospital, the Type C hospital. Does Percy Junior Hospital have a ventilator so if the patient crash while on the operating table? Because some people are allergic to anesthetic, yeah. Sometimes you do things and there are emergencies during surgery. Is there a ventilator there? So you have all the fancy equipment, but you don't have the basic equipment. So you have the fancy robotics. Do you have an MRI machine? Me could even go there. So do you have a CT machine? Do you have an X-ray machine? But you're talking about fancy robotics and moving your head from the side and blinking and controlling the damn laparoscopic technique. Something when, first and foremost, who the hell going to do that there? This just goes to show you their priorities. So you have all of these fanciness and you want to do your PR. But where is the X-ray? Where's the CT scan machine? Where's the MRI? I can tell you, I can list at least 10 pieces of equipment that are much more relevant in a hospital than a robotics laparoscopic machine. Yeah. We just gone 3. Stretchers are more relevant. Percy Junior have stretcher and bed. When you go to Percy Junior Hospital, do the people have to sit down on long bench and wait because there is no bed space? AA Lackeys couldn't donate. Them have bed too, you know, them sell the bed to the hospital bed them. AA Lackeys, only can donate bed to Percy Junior Hospital, please. And when you're donating some to Percy Junior, please donate some to Maypen Hospital and Mandeville Regional Hospital, because those are also part of Southern Regional Health Authority. You're here telling us about laparoscopic machine and ray, and yet you can't even save a damn life. If somebody get lit down out a road and you can't even save them life. Laparoscopic machine used for elective surgeries, elective procedures, not emergency, elective. When somebody is having an issue and them need emergency surgery, you don't have time for them pretty something there. When you're trying to save a life, you need ambulances to save lives. You need stretchers to save lives. You need CT scan machines to save lives. And MRI and X-ray and ultrasound machines to save lives. You need to ensure, say, hospitals, when there is a power cut, hospitals have working generators. And the hospital won't be left in darkness like Cornwall Regional over the weekend because the generator wasn't working. So if a doctor was in the middle of a surgery and there is no working generator, the theater goes dark and he does not know what he's doing anymore because he cannot see. So what the hell you tell me about laparoscopic machine for with robotics? How that makes sense? Wanna work with me? Oh, it makes sense. May try to figure this. I'm trying to figure this out. Oh, it makes sense. Somebody work with me here. Because I keep on saying being bright does not mean you are smart. I don't want, and you see, this is the thing, you know. Because they know that the average person does not know any better. Them run with it. Exactly, Quicksilver. Because they want to fool the people into believing that they're doing something. Well, I am here to tell you that if you have an emergency, a laparoscopic machine is the last thing you're going to need. Because if they have to bust up, if you have a, for instance, the late great Kingsley Cooper who died last week, God rest his soul, the pulse mogul who was flown to Florida after an emergency, a ruptured appendix, which became septic. I heard, allegedly. I am not sure. But this is what is running on the ground. I am sure that a laparoscopic machine couldn't help him because they would have to bust him gut open and cut that out, whether it's here or in Florida. They have to bust him open and take it out. All if them have to cut you from underneath your breast, go straight down to your pubic bone. You don't have no time for robotics when you are saving a damn life. That is for when you are not. That is for non-life-threatening conditions. What we need right now are life-saving equipment. We need CT scans in the hospital, which I'm sure are cheaper. So that if you end up hitting your head, whether you end up with a traumatic brain injury or a stroke, the doctor them can look inside your head and see if your brain is bleeding or if there is a vessel in your brain blocked. to see that them can open it up within the first 90 minutes and save you so that you don't end up with half of your body paralyzed. Time is brain. And if you're a child or you have a little picnic where drop and lick your head and there is a brain bleed, you can intervene and save that baby's life. There is nothing modern about CT. But CT is life-saving diagnostic technology. And you're going to tell me about robotic laparoscopic machine and you don't have a blasted CT scan? You don't have an MRI? You don't have no portable ultrasound machines? My office in Jamaica have portable ultrasound. My office in Jamaica, my little medical center where me work out have a portable ultrasound, and the hospital them don't have, KPH don't have ultrasound. After certain time, ultrasound unit lockdown. And them telling about robotic laparoscopic machine up at Percy Junior Hospital. First and foremost, that's what I said, Natalie. They don't even have beds. Before AA Lakis sell hospital bed. That me know and that me sure. Them sell stretcher and hospital bed. When me they look stretcher the other day for KPH to get donated to KPH is AA Lakis. Same place where sell the robotic fancy machine. Where them send gone up a Percy Junior Hospital. A type C hospital, mind you. I mean, I fight against Percy Junior Hospital, you know, me just think say, before you send a machine for elective procedures to a type C hospital, send life-saving equipment to the type A hospital them. Send the life-saving equipment them to KPH and Cornwall Regional and University Hospital and Bustamante Hospital. What about the ventilator them? What about the ventilators? You have whole heap of people who sell medical bed, Sadler. Whole heap. But it is not a priority. It not sexy. It's not sexy to present hospital beds, but to present a laparoscopic robotic machine is sexy. It's sexy. Not which alcohol pads are not sexy. Oral rehydration salts and toilet paper and pad for baby mother not sexy. It's not sexy. What is sexy is laparoscopic robotic machines at type C hospitals. Bandage, gauze, gloves, mask. It's not sexy to make sure say the air conditioning in the room when supposed to sterilize the packs for operating theater. It's not sexy to fix that, to make sure say them stay bacteria free, them not grow no pathogen. Cause with heat, when the temperature go up, the pathogens can grow. No, that not sexy. It not sexy. Let me tell you something. You see these people, them is next level evil. Next level evil. I'm never shown what student loan doing. I'm sorry, so I can't see that properly over there on TikTok. But I do believe that it will show properly. It will show properly on YouTube. Yes. Senior citizen guarantor moved to tears as student loan bureau seeks to sell her house years after delinquent borrower's passing. You don't know what passing mean? It mean dead. So student loan bureau cannot collect a loan, an outstanding loan from a dead person, and they want to seize the guarantor's house. Do you know how much the initial loan was? $100,000. Which house in Jamaica worth $100,000? I'm going to show you how wicked them MFs are. May I go tell you now? Go and read the story now. I'm going to tell you. Because when I saw this, my blood ran cold. I said, boy, you have some really heartless people in this country. Imagine a senior citizen. Right? It has been sleepless nights for senior citizen Cynthia Brevet since a law firm sent a letter to her this month indicating that legal action is to be taken against her to have her house in Greater Portmore, St. Catherine, sold in order to recover $1.1 million debt to the Student Loan Bureau. $1.1 million. I'm sure the lady house value much more than $1.1 million. $1.1 million. But listen to this, it gets worse. Brevet and two other persons had signed as guarantors around 2006 for a loan of $100,000. So if 3 people signed the loan, that means she would be responsible for a third of the loan, which is call it $35,000. And then once the woman owes for a $35,000 loan. For a student that was accepted to the St. Joseph's Teachers College in Kingston. I'm going to read the rest of the story for you now. I just want you to see how heartless these people are. How their policies are heartless. Now you go and tell me, say, a senior citizen, you are compelling her to pay the loan of a dead person? Now, in which world that makes sense? Student Loan Bureau as a government agency cannot forgive the debt of a dead person. And that I want to know. I find the rest of the story. Now I'm looking for the rest of the story. We have a whole heap of things to talk about in a seat here. We have a whole heap of things to talk about. Things we never even remember about. But we still going to talk about them. All if we not put up a picture, we are going to talk about them. Just wait till this story load. Them wicked man, them wicked, them heartless. This is the absolute. This is wickedness. Watch ya. Gleaner of the story as premium. You see all them wicked? No, sir. Gleaner of the story as premium. So me can't read no more than that part there. Gleaner of the story as premium. Them no one will know the truth, so they make it premium. It is cruel beyond belief. I am sure those loans are insured. I am sure those loans are insured. And if somebody passes, the young woman or man or whatever who took the loan is deceased, she's deceased or he is deceased, because this don't make no sense. Me not pay for read a damn thing. Me not paying a dollar. Gleaner lucky, right? Gleaner is lucky about paying. I'm not paying a dollar to read no Gleaner article, right? Because me not have to pay for read foreign media. If me have to pay, if New York Post paywall come up, I close it. They paywall the things they don't want you to read, and they don't want you to know the truth about what they're doing to poor people. Them now They don't want you to know the truth about what they're doing to poor people. If the borrower dead, the loan have to die with the borrower. How can you be penalizing somebody who guaranteed the loan when the person died? It's not like so the person is alive and not paying the loan. The person dead. If listen, let me tell you something. The best thing that could have happened was for Mark Golding to get up in Parliament and say that student loan borrowers should not need guarantors. And for ANJU owners to steal that idea, that's the best thing ever. Because no more poor people, thank God for Mark Golding. Because no more poor people going to suffer under student loan bureau. Imagine a lady is dead or a man is dead. And you want to tell me, say, you're going to try and sell this old lady's house to try and recover $1.1 million? Force her to sell. Listen. And then you have some of them stupid ass judges too, you know. They wouldn't even throw out this case, you know. The bottom line is how me see it is. To all them thieving people property now, something in a something. Them want to force sale, undervalue the lady house, and put her out of her home in her final days. It's beer of them something that them going on with now. And everywhere around here you look is beer corruption. Beer corruption. That's the bottom line. That is what they're trying to do to her. And as you say, Michi, I hope she get a good lawyer. She need a good lawyer. Because nothing can go so. Not a thing can go so. We have some more things to talk about. Me see Papa in the paper, them a try get Paula case. Paula case supposed to start tomorrow. A court of appeal hearing to clarify issues that had arisen following the Constitutional Court's decision in April that resulted in King's Counsel Paula Llewellyn stepping aside as DPP will get underway today. Okay. The hearing, which is scheduled for 5 days, will be presided over by a 3-judge panel led by Justice Jennifer Straw and including Justices Vivian Harris and Kisok Leng. This should be very interesting. Paula want back to work. Paula want back to work at all costs. What a sad, pathetic woman. She's sad and pathetic. Before she could look after her grandpicnic. Anyway, she could not have no grandpicnic, and some of them old people there, when you stop them from work, them keel over. When you stop them from work, them keel over. No, Paula, I don't know. If the court rules that Paula should be put back as the DPP, that is all the proof you need as to how corrupt this country is. There will be no greater sign of corruption than that. Than Paula being given back her work. Serious. Because at the end of the day, imagine the it's like them feel like say it's their way or the highway. And that me can't understand. There is something else we want to talk about, you know. Let me see if I can find it on YouTube before we talk about it. 2 more things we have to talk about before we start on ANJU. Because we don't start on ANJU yet, you know. But you know, say ANJU lose a case today, though. But you know, say ANJU lose a court case today. And not this will be this. I've been counting. This will be the 6th case that the government has lost since they're in office. The 6th. See it there? We're going to read it for you now. We're going to read it for you now. This will be the 6th case that the government has lost. Prime Minister ANJU Holness, as the Minister of Economic Growth and Job Creation, who was the defendant in a claim, has been ordered by the Supreme Court to hear and determine an appeal brought by Charlie's Windsor House Limited, challenging a June 2019 decision by the Town and Country Planning Authority. This, my friends, is the sixth case that I am aware of. Yeah, man, me know, say, we talk about him, the tall boss, we talk about him case, about the wife case in October already. May I try scroll, cause I hope it's not behind. Alright, there is no paywall. The Town and Country Planning Office has refused. What the hell just happened? Has refused. What the hell? There's something just closed upon me. Let me open it back. Cause we're gonna talk about this. The Town and Planning Country Authority had refused to grant an application to the claimant for planning permission to construct a gas station and convenience store at 9 Herb McKinley Drive, Kingston 6. Where Herb McKinley Drive there again? That's the one right in front of stadium. Why does it keep jumping out of the article? Every minute it jump out. Like Gleaner platform I get trouble. Like them website giving issues. The claimant had also applied to the KSAC to grant planning permission, but the application was also refused. An application was made by the claimant to the defendant against both decisions, but the defendant dismissed the appeal in October 2020. Jump out again. The defendant now is who? The Prime Minister, ANJU Holness. Right? He's the defendant. It jump out, but we're going to get back, jump right back in. Just wait feet for load again. Come in and know what go on for Gleaner today. Gleaner no want to read them things today. Imagine. We done beat the wife already. We have to beat the husband tonight. The husband are going to get him beaten tonight. Him fear beaten. We're just starting with another case. This is the sixth case that ANJU Holness has lost. The government has lost. Right? And we're going to talk. In May 2021, the claimant took the matter to the Supreme Court seeking administrative orders and declaratory relief. The claimant contended that the decision or finding that the defendant made was unlawful, unreasonable, irrational, and illogical. And Lord, it jump out again. Right? You see how much things? Let me see if I can open it in the external browser and it will stay. Let me see if we can open it in the external browser. I'm freezing. Tap up the screen, comrades. Tap up the screen. Unfriendly. On the tap up the screen. Share up the live. Rather, I don't know if they're not tired to lose. On the tap up the screen and share up the live. Give me some taps. I want to know when it starts to freeze, they are reporting it. Comrades? A while ago, yes, man, that is why I need to tap it up. Give me some gifts and tap it up, because I want to know how we beat them already, you know. Because it tell me about resume live. Tell me when it come back up. I know why it a freeze. I don't know why it's freezing. Hey, boy. Don't worry, we have to go come off and come back again. I don't know what's going on. Give me a minute there over YouTube because something not going on. It look like the Wi-Fi. The phone jump out of the Wi-Fi. Now go back on. But the phone jump out of the Wi-Fi. Let's see what's going on with the Wi-Fi. Like the phone now pick up the Wi-Fi. Connections. I don't know why. Connected without internet. Ah, the internet is down. Wanna see me over here, so? Let me know if you're seeing me on. Let me know if you're seeing me on YouTube. YouTube, let me know what's going on. Cause they okay, you seen me. I'm not sure what's going on. The Wi-Fi is not picking up on the phone. It's saying connected without internet. I'm not sure why. That's weird. Let me restart this phone and see if that will help. Alright, let us try to restart it. I don't know what the hell just happened. I'm happy that you're seeing me on YouTube. Look like this freeze too. No? Wanna see me on YouTube, right? Just confirm for me that you're seeing me. Because, yeah man, I'm restarting the phone. I'm restarting the phone, Vendetta. That's what I'm doing. Okay. So may I restart it and then me. But it's like the Wi-Fi dropped, but the Wi-Fi couldn't drop because I'm using the same Wi-Fi on the computer. So you understand? It don't make no sense. So the phone just get kicked off of the Wi-Fi. I don't know why it come back now. So we'll jump right back into it over TikTok. So YouTube, just bear with me. We know these things happen from time to time. We know that these things happen from time to time, but we're jumping straight back into it. Can't leave out the TikTok people them. Because we have things to do and people to talk. Well, we're not talking about you.
Baking soda is a must-have for gardening, as spraying a mixture of baking soda and water can easily make your vegetables
you hear that? Spray a mixture of baking soda and water, and it can easily make your vegetables pretty. Yes, Marcy, I'm on YouTube. May I try? I'm trying to resume the live. I'm gonna go back live now on TikTok. The Wi-Fi dropped for a minute. I'm not sure why. No know what the hell just happened. But it'll come back up now. So we'll fix him up. Yeah. Alright, we're ready now. Go live. Alright, so TikTok, we're restarting. God, look at me head side. Yo, me can't wait till my daughter come. This phone is bugging. Okay, it'll come up. Something not going on with the Wi-Fi though for the phone. I'm not sure. Alright, make us see now. Nah, the life, no, I don't understand. Anyway, make we go on talk because I don't know what going on with TikTok. Why it just jump out? All right, it coming back up now. We're back on TikTok. TikTok, we're back. We are back on TikTok. I know we're going for the internet. All right, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. New link. Share the new link. Thank you, thank you, thank you for the gift, Your Honor. Share the new link. I'm going to do the same and share it. The apologies, TikTok, the Wi-Fi, the phone just dropped the Wi-Fi a while ago. I'm not sure why, but there could have been nothing wrong with my Wi-Fi because I am using the same Wi-Fi for my laptop and YouTube didn't go down at all. So it's not the termite them tonight. It's something with the Wi-Fi. The Wi-Fi just dropped like the device. So to share up the Wi-Fi definitely giving problems. The Wi-Fi look like have issues. But when you share up the new link for me, let's get the show on the road. Let's get the show cracking. We're ready now, we know. This is part 2, right? Share up the live, tap up the screen, taps and roses, as my daughter will always say. Share it up. We're going run it back again. We're going up to 74 already. As I say, apologies. I don't know what the hell happened. Literally, the Wi-Fi, the phone just kick out of the Wi-Fi. You understand? So, where were we now? All right. Let's get back up to at least 100 for us to resume. Let's get back up to 100 and then we can start talk again. So, welcome back. Hey, Comrade Deb, how you doing? So, as I'm saying, something happened with my Wi-Fi. It wasn't the termite them tonight. Probably gremlins, but definitely not the termites. We already cracked them code. We know how to neutralize them now. So this is another issue. So let's just share up the live, build up back the numbers so we can resume. Just a quick reminder, again, tomorrow we have double the pleasure, double the fun. 2 people on the... We have 2 people at the altar tomorrow. Comrade Miranda Wellington, who is the PNP candidate, MP candidate for Southwest St. Elizabeth. And she'll be talking to us especially about the plight of the onion farmers as imports killing them. Wanna share up the live, you know? Share it up. Share it up. Come. Share it up. Come make we get the numbers up again, comrades. Let's get it up. Let's get it up. Let's get it up. Share it up. Let's get the numbers up. Let's get the numbers up. Alright, I could try to get the numbers up. Share up the link. Don't know what the hell just happened. Yeah, so where were we? I don't like when things like this broke my flow, you know. I was about to share something with you know. I was talking to you know about Paula and how desperate Paula is. But we have another small matter to talk about. And some people don't think it is that small. You know, comrades, last week there was a viral voice note being circulated on WhatsApp. How many of you got that viral voice note that was being circulated on WhatsApp from TBC radio? You know, the irony of the situation, comrades, me get it, you know. I got it. But me never really take it, see, me never really penny it, me never really think much about it. You know? And I didn't know how serious the issue was. I'm gonna try to find it. It's from last week, me get it. I'm gonna try to find it and play it for you. I'm gonna try to find it and play it for you. Share up the live. TikTok, we're back to 80 now. Let us try to get it back up over 100. I hate when them destroy my flow, you know. Sure. But it's nobody's fault but the Wi-Fi. So while you're sharing the live, I'm going to try and find this voice note that was being circulated last week from TBC Radio. I think it is very important that we play that voice note. I hope I can find it because me ever try to clear out my phone. I'm always trying to clear my phone. It was a very long voice note and I did a lot of cleaning. So I'm gonna share up the live because we are go play it. But on reading what is happening, right? Calling all parents, teachers, and concerned citizens. And you know, it took the Christian organizations to load this thing up because a lot of us were paying attention to it. So TBC Radio had it on one of their news media, one of them news as an item. Let me try to find it. They had it on their news as an item. I think I know where to find it. I want to play it for you. I'm not going to play all of it, but I'm going to play a part of it because I think it is vitally important. I'm wanting to hear it. Anybody, any of my people who have my number, wanna send it to me if I don't have it because it's whole heap of digging me a dig. I think me delete it. So the gist of this voice note was that young people, teenagers, were being sold. They were being encouraged to accept alternative genders. Wagwan Joseph Martin. Alternative genders. Boy, it look like me delete it, you know. It look like I delete it, which is a very, very bad thing because I needed this voice note. But you know, when the phone full, when you have to clear out space, that is what I did. And it was viral. I got it from several people. May I go find it? I will find it. But for now, let me just tell you. Rather, you did have it. Only did hear that voice note. Anyway, there was a voice note being circulated by TBC Radio. It was a news item where Jamaicans were being warned that this organization now called Youth Chat, which is an organization set up by the government in January, was promoting alternative genders. Let me find the article. So, you know, I never took it seriously. But it's a serious thing. Because we're seeing now that the government has scrapped the program. So something that we never took serious was indeed very serious. Let me try to find it and read the article for you. Ministry of Health is suspending its Youth Expressions Youth Chats chat line amid concerns about the sexual and reproductive health advice being given to children through the service. You know what I find funny, comrades? For a while I have been hearing bloggers talking about this Samoa agreement. I know ANJU Oldness and the government signed this Samoa agreement behind closed door. Diego, you can come back over TikTok now. We sort it out. Whoever was over TikTok, you can come back now. Because I sort out the TikTok link now. I am back up and running over TikTok. So if you're more comfortable over TikTok, come right there. TikTok. Wanna share up the live. In a media release on Monday, the ministry said it has noted concerns raised by members of the public and is assessing them as they relate to the health and family life policy of the government of Jamaica. This is very scary. This is very scary, comrades. This is very scary. And I'm going to tell you why this is very scary. We're going to read some more. It is said that the service would be suspended in the interim while the assessments are being conducted. A flyer circulated by the Love March movement claimed the Ministry of Health was promoting deviant sexual behavior to children through the Youth Chats application. First and foremost, I never know what the hell is Youth Chats application. The first me I hear about it. It said the app endorsed the idea that gender is a personal choice, not a biological reality. That it was advocating LGBT ideologies and directing children to seek advice from a local gay rights group. In its release today, the ministry outlined, this is a government program, you know. Remember, this is a government program. And are you telling me that the Ministry of Health, who controls this app, remember now when I want to listen to me, talk to me good, share up the live, because we have a small fire for burn. Imagine the ministry cannot bring back the Stay Alert app, which will help save the lives of young people. Thank you, Your Honor. The Stay Alert app, which will help save the lives of young people, but they can bring an app called Youth Chats, promoting LGBTQ and the concept of gender being a personal choice. First and foremost, I have nothing against the LGBTQ community. But I don't want nobody telling me picking them about LGBTQ. I am more comfortable if I educate my children about sexuality and gender. I am not leaving it up to the state. The state has no business telling my child about gender and sexuality. None. None whatsoever. So we're going to read some more. We're going to read some more. In its release today, the ministry outlined that the Youth Expressions Youth Chat is a chatbot launched by the National Family Planning Board in collaboration with UNICEF and You Report Jamaica that has been operational since January 2024. So January 2024 is when? 6 months ago? Around the same time people were talking about the Samoa Agreement. We kept on hearing this thing about the Samoa Agreement, the Samoa Agreement, the Samoa Agreement. You want to know what the Samoa Agreement is? I'm going to find the Samoa Agreement for you, and I'm going to read what the Samoa Agreement is. You know what? I am damn glad. I'm very happy that my kids are adults and almost adults. My son, Sebastian, the youngest, is 14 this week. That is my baby. I am very glad. Because it is tough to raise children in the world in 2024. It is tough. It is difficult. So it is so hard to guide your children, to instill values in your children. Right? It is so hard. So we're going to talk about the Samoa Agreement. The Samoa Agreement is the overarching framework for the EU, that is the European Union, relations with Africa, Caribbean, and Pacific countries. So the EU designed this framework for their relations with African, Caribbean, and Pacific countries. Realize that you don't hear America in this framework. You don't hear the G7 nations in this framework. It's the developing states them targeting with this, where them can dangle them money. All right. The new partnership agreement will serve as the new legal framework for EU relations with 79 countries. Listen carefully now. This includes 48 African, 16 Caribbean, and 15 Pacific countries. Around 2 billion people are covered by the agreement. The agreement aims to strengthen the capacity of the EU and the ACP countries to address global challenges together. Let's listen now. It lays down, listen here now, listen what it lays down. It lays down common principles and covers the following 6 priority areas. Let us listen. Democracy and human rights, sustainable economic growth and development, climate change, human and social development, peace and security, migration and mobility. Natalie Mullins, them say you mustn't cuss. Them say ticks mustn't cuss cow when them depend them back. Me know me sorry for that country here, because them literally have to choose between the devil and the deep blue sea, because none of them better than the other. Natalie Mullins, to what you said. Right? None of them don't better. And I am being bombarded with it by it on the news every single day here. On July 20th, 2023, the Council green-lighted the signature and provisional application of the partnership agreement as the new legal framework for the next 20 years. The new agreement was officially signed on the 15th of November 2023. When we said this youth chat kick off again, January 2024. January 2024. This something year kick off where them say, wait name? Youth chats. Youth chats. Okay? Alright. We don't done yet, you know. We don't done yet. I just want the people over YouTube to see the image. Because when I seen it on TikTok, I'm sharing the image with YouTube as well. This youth chats thing where them say them launch in January 2024. Me say, as I say, I am glad I have grown my kids into adults. Right? The previous partnership framework, the Cotonou Agreement, was adopted in 2000 to replace the 1975 Lomé Convention. Right? Alright, blah, 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 blah. See it here now. The ACP EU commitment of ambassadors assist the Council of Ministers and monitors the implication of the... Alright, we don't want to hear about the Cotonou Agreement. Them say that done. Current areas of activity. The EU supports programs and initiatives benefiting multiple countries in the group of the ACP states. It also has programs for further regional economic growth and development for specific regions. Alright, so trade. Okay. This article does not speak about it because I want to get to the nitty-gritty of what it is. Because we need to get to the nitty. So see it here now, we know. Some more agreement is now a reality. I know what I'm going to I go and put in. All right. On the 15th of November, the European Union and its member states signed a new we read that already. I know what I'm going to put in. I know what I put in. All right, here we go now. Here we go. See the crux of the matter here. A quick look at the agreement suggests that it replaces the Cotonou Agreement, which expired in 2020 after running its 20-year course. So now listen carefully now. All right. As it states in the agreement, this agreement shall contribute to the achieving the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals with 2030 agenda, right? On the climate change, whatever. All right. Goal number 5. Listen carefully now. Goal number 5 calls for gender equality and empowerment of women and girls. When the government borrowed the Caribbean Development Bank, borrowed from the Caribbean Development Bank to build the port as part of its justification. All right. We pass there now. The parties shall ensure that violations and abuses of international human rights law and violations of international humanitarian law, including war crimes, crimes against humanity, genocide, as well as the recruitment of child soldiers and sexual and gender identity-based violence, are properly investigated and prosecuted. Remember now we're talking about the Samoa Agreement. But them slick, you know. Them try to hide it. They don't want us to realize. Somebody said neocolonialism in Africa. All right. Nigeria conditionally signed the Samoa Agreement. The Samoa Agreement, all right, we don't know what it is. The partnership, all right. However, Nigeria opted out of signing the pact in November last year after some civil society organizations and groups raised concerns about Article 9. So it's Article 9 I need to look at. Of the agreement, which states respect for human rights, democratic principles, and the rule of law shall constitute an essential element of this agreement. The group said that the partnership was subtle introduction of lesbian, gay, by LGBTQ. All right. I want to see now, has Jamaica signed this? Remember, we are investigating, you know. We are investigating. We're investigating. I want to know, did Jamaica sign this agreement? Because I find it very strange that the Samoa Agreement came into effect in November 2023, and by January, this youth chats thing promoting LGBTQ values was launched. So we're looking now, what is Article 9? Let us read what Article 9 says. Because we want to be fair. Right? Let us look what Article 9 says. Somebody need to buy me one reading glasses. Because Lord, we're going to read what Article 9 says on this thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I even know because it look like say them don't even number them. Peace and security, human social development, inclusive sustainable international growth, environmental stability, migration and mobility, financing. Well, it look like say them try to hide it really good. Because me I look for Article 9 and you can't find it in the you can't find it in there. But comrades and friends, let us see if Jamaica signed it. Because I realize, what I realize, thank you, Biggs. What I realize, comrades, is that them slick with the word in this thing. They seem to have basically hidden what they're trying to say, but the writing is on the wall. Because I find it very strange. It is under the human rights. Thank you, Hugh. Hugh says it's under the human rights. Let me go back in there. I find it very strange because as soon as this agreement is signed, this thing, youth chats get launched. And I want to know, any of you heard about this? Was there any promotion about this? Did you hear, this is a government that likes to, they like to PR. They PR everything. Was this youth chats thing was it ever PR'd? I'm asking because this is the first I'm hearing about it. Hugh says it is under human rights, democracy, and governance. Here we go. We're seeing it now. While the parties will commit to promote, protect, and fulfill all human rights, be they civil, political, economic, social, or cultural, some ACP states were reluctant to see the foundation agreement mention sexual orientation and gender identity, an issue on which there are also differences among EU member states. As a matter of compromise, so here it is, you are right, Hugh Richards. As a matter of compromise, the parties will commit to the implementation of existing international agreements, notably the International Conference on Population and Development Programs of Actions on Sexual and Reproductive Health and Rights. The wording, however, falls short of the EU negotiations ambitions. The new agreement will detail the mechanism to address failure to comply with the respect of those principles. Wait, Lady Andrea said I mustn't come back without my glasses. Listen to me, Lady Andrea. Leave me alone. Hot girl like me in her glasses. The new agreement will detail the mechanism to address, listen, the mechanism to address failure to comply with the respect of those principles. So what they're trying to say is they are going to penalize if we don't adhere to the principles. This mechanism favors partnership, dialogue, and consultation with the OACPS Council of Ministers, possibly with the advice of a special joint committee made up of equal numbers of EU and OACPS representatives. The abolition of death penalty is a prerequisite for EU membership. However, the death penalty is still in force in all English-speaking countries of the Caribbean and about half of the African countries. And a few have carried out executions in recent years. Alright, so you hear them wording, them think them slick, They think they are slick. Them think them slick. But see it there? So what we need to find out now, did Jamaica sign this agreement? So make we check that now. Because we are going to dig. We're going to dig into this, you know. Signatories. We want to see which countries have signed. You see, this article is saying the European Union, the Samoa Agreement is the Europe's neocolonialism. Samoa Agreement, Europe's ideological neocolonialization. You understand? So basically, this is Europe's way of stamping their control again on the African, the Caribbean, and the Pacific, like what they did before. All right? So what we're looking for now, comrades and friends, is the countries that signed. We want to see the 16 Caribbean countries who are signatories. And we need to find out if Jamaica is one of them. Because as I said to you, I find it very strange. Normally I don't discuss these things because I don't believe in discussing. I don't believe in discussing LGBTQ issues because I believe it is a matter of personal choice. But when you have colonialists trying to force it on nations, then that is where the problem lies, because then the government know this administration who will sell its soul for $1 of the white people them money. This organization who will sell them soul for $1 of the white people them money, willing to sell we out. So that is why now we never hear about this, you know. Common law homosexuality is protected under our Charter of Rights. We know this. But what is not protected under the Charter of Rights is for them to tell we picnic them about gender is a choice. Gender is a choice. Me have a problem with that. I don't know about anybody else. I don't care about people's sexuality. But don't try to indoctrinate my child. Keep your definitions and your 63 genders to yourself. You understand? Keep your 63 genders to yourself. I find it very strange that they are not telling us the countries that signed. They lump them into regions, but they don't tell us who the signatories are. We're not seeing the countries that have signed. Right? That is where my problem lies. Who are the 16 Caribbean countries that nothing says who they are? Why? It's a mystery. Is it a mystery? Signatories of the... Alright, see it here now. Okay, we're getting somewhere. As of the 13th of May. Alright, we're getting somewhere now. We're getting somewhere now. Alright. So we have a map now, comrades. Notified in 2024, signed in 2024, signed at the end of 2023, signed on the 15th of the 11th, 2023, negotiated but not signed. I am going to quickly, comrades, tell you what color Jamaica is. Jamaica is a yellow. And I am going to put up this map. Because them think so. Yes, Jamaica is a yellow. Let us look at the key. So Jamaica signed the Samoa Agreement, the end of 2023. And you hear what I say? Okay. I am looking at the map. Now, this is the EP think tank .eu, which states that Jamaica signed the Samoa Agreement the end of 2023. My dear comrades and friends. So are you surprised then that the National Family Planning Board, by the way, they said that they were abolishing it because two is better than too many is no longer needed. And remember that argument? Oh, remember the argument last month that the government was no longer in need of the Family Planning Board because our birth rate is too low. So if the Family Planning Board has been abolished, how is it that the Family Planning Board, said Family Planning Board, has launched the youth chats where they're telling our kids about the 40 trillion genders there are and you can be anything you want to be. Homosexual, pansexual, bisexual, trisexual, whatever. That's what I'm asking. You see, it now makes sense to me. Now, something now add up. Something now add up. So we get into the crux of the matter now. We are getting to the crux of the matter. So the Europeans are trying to basically recolonize us and force their gender confusion issues on us. But them I try confuse the pitney them and tell the pitney them about 40 trillion gender. Where every day them come up with a new gender. Alright, come we could talk now. Siri, how many genders are there? Siri, how many genders are there? Here is what I found. All 72 genders list. 72 genders. God make man and woman, but there are now 72 genders. 72. Listen to what they are saying. What is a gender identity? In today's age, one does not need to fit in with regards to their choices, including their gender. Gender is no more regarded as a binary concept where one can either be a male or a female. It has emerged as a continuum or a spectrum where one can identify themselves as any of the gender identities. The term gender identity means how a person identifies themselves. So if I want to identify myself as a table, that's a gender. So table is a gender now because I say I am a table. So therefore when you say gender, and you have male, female, other, I can put where them put the line, other, table. Inanimate. Let's say you is a goat. The term gender identity means how a person identifies themselves concerning their gender. It may be regardless of their anatomy or genetics. Thus, a person may identify themselves as male, female, none, both, or some other category independent of their genitals. The idea is to make everybody comfortable in their skin, irrespective of what gender they were assigned at birth. So here are the 72 genders. Yes, my love, yes, man, you identify as the millionaire. I identify as a $100 bill. An American $100 bill, not a Jamaican one. I identify as an American $100 bill. I identify as $5 billion. Yeah, $5 billion. So you have agender, who is a person who does not identify themselves with or experience any gender. Agender people are also called null gender. Abime gender associated with being profound, deep, and infinite. Adamas gender, the person is indefinable or indomitable. People identifying with this gender refuse to be categorized. Erogender, also called evase gender. This gender identity changes according to one's surroundings. Aesthetic gender, also called aesthetic gender, is the type of gender that's identified by aesthetics. Affective gender, based on a person's mood swings or fluctuations. Agender flux, a person with this gender identifies mostly agender with brief shifts and to belong to any other gender. Blurt neat. Wanna tell me if this make any sense now? I can't even read it because my brain start go haywire again. Already, my brain start go haywire. Wanna tell me if this makes sense? Wanna tell me now? Does this make sense? The bottom line is this is the result when you have people who lose a screw or two controlling the world. Because it's like somebody come up with something, put up a definition, and now everybody must go with it, go along with it. I don't know about all of these genders, but I know about mental illness. And I know when people to start believing that there are other things, something not right. And I don't have any problem with people who suffer from mental illnesses. But when you suffer from your mental illness, I don't think that I need to go along with the manifestations of your mental illness. That's how I feel. Yeah, man, that is just the A's. You don't hear how much me tell you now. Anyhow, when it stay here, read it. Let me tell you how much A's they are. There are 27 A's. 28. How much B's now? Oh, there's only, wow. After the 27 A's, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 B's. 5 B's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 C's. You have a gender named Delicia gender, associated with the feeling of having multiple genders but preferring one over the other. Demifluid, having multiple genders. Some fluids while others are static. Jesus Christ. Wow. Wow. So everybody needs to know. Study these. So what are we gonna start learning these in school? Is it that they're trying to teach the children these things now? Is that what they're trying to do? Is it that they're trying to teach the kids these things now? That's what I don't understand. So my pitney them must now study the how much them say 72 different genders till them decide there are 79 or 85 or 105 or 200 or 2000. Why not just call every flipping thing in the world agenda? Everything is now agenda. Table is agenda. Computer is agenda. Everything is agenda. Thank you, unfriendly. Identify as the flipping coconut tree. Yes. Identify as water. I am water. I flow anywhere. I am water. Just like how Wayne Lonesome identifies as the wind. They say you're a cushion. Let me tell you something. You don't have to be a Christian or a religious person to realize that something is fundamentally wrong with all of these things. Something is fundamentally wrong with all of this. All things. You see, Bobby, they're trying to say that gender is no longer the same thing as sex. So they're trying to separate sex from gender. That's what they're trying to do. They might try to separate sex from gender. So you're no longer male or female anymore. You're anything you want to be. That's what they're trying to do. So now, Jamaica signed the Samoa Agreement in 2023, the end of 2023, according to the European people them. Right? The signatories. Right? I already have the map. I want to find a list. I would love to find a list. Right? I want to find. I see Bahamas. Let me just Google it. When did Jamaica sign the Samoa Agreement? December 14, 2023, Jamaica signs the Samoa Agreement. Yes, I remember this now. I remember this. So Jamaica signed December 14, 2023. Yeah, man, we signed it. It is there in the Gleaner. It is right there. Jamaica signs the Samoa Agreement. So we signed it in the early part of 2020, in the early part of December 2023. Right? And they tried to play it off. But I find it very strange that right after signing the Samoa Agreement, gentle folks, this start circulate. This, what them say, them was going to abolish the National Family Planning Board because the population low. This start circulate now. This come about in January 2024. Telling our children about the 72 genders. And they can be any gender they want to be. I don't want nobody telling my kids these things. Well, thank God my kids old enough to know better. But I have grandkids. And I know my kids don't want it or don't care for it either. So ANJU Wholeness has sold us out. Sold our, him sell him soul as usual. Nothing strange because him do it every day. And we're going to talk about ANJU now, you know. Because if ANJU Wholeness have him way come reds. Anybody who say nothing bad about ANJU go and get locked up. We're ready for ANJU now. When I think it's time we get ANJU, TikTok me not happy with doing when I share up the live. Share up the live because we're ready for ANJU now. I'm want when me talk about ANJU, everybody here when me talk about ANJU. So I'm going to share up the live. We're ready for ANJU now. When you share up the live and get the live up, man, make we go up. Come, we need to go up. Because we're ready now. It's ANJU time. Because we're going to tell ANJU why he belong in the back of the church. Right? The preaching, the sermon ready for start now. We're ready for start this sermon. So when I get the numbers up. Because we're going to start the sermon. YouTube when ready, the sermon ready for start now. We done talk about all of the little announcement them. We're ready for the sermon now. So as you see from the headline, the Prime Minister says lies so that he will no longer be silent on the use of social media to spread misinformation. I'll give you a minute to just think about what ANJU Wholeness is saying and what it is that he means. Just think a minute. I want you to just marinate on those words. Marinate on it for a minute. How we're going to talk about it right now. We are going to talk about why is it that ANJU Wholeness feels that he can control the narrative and what people have to say. So we're going to hear exactly what it is that ANJU Holness has said. Here we go. Prime Minister ANJU Holness has indicated that his government will be taking steps to begin clamping down on the proliferation of false information on social media platforms. According to Holness, the widespread practice has caused a lot of confusion, even for some of the brightest people. Like how Rhoda confused we? May I have a question? Is it like how Rhoda they confuse us? That is the kind of confusion. Wanna talk to me here? Come, we go talk now. I'm talking like how Rhoda come and confuse me. Addressing youth affiliates of his JLP at Almond Tree Hotel in St. Anne on Saturday. This thing jump out. It look like it's Facebook. Opening external browsers. Give me a minute. How we gonna talk about this, you know? We're gonna talk about this. You just give it a little time to open up properly. Here we go. The Prime Minister implored young people not to engage in the spreading of misinformation for political gains. So, I have a question for the Prime Minister. Wait, before I ask any questions, let me read this quotation. I'm going to share up the live, because we're going to talk now. Recently, I became aware of a situation where a young man made a post on social media that borders on being defamatory and probably libelous. The person was tracked and identity discovered. The long and short is that the person was put up to doing this by a political organization. We have been tracking several such cases, and when you dig into it, you discover young people are behind these accounts. They are recruited to do this. They are being used to comment and post negatively, spread rumors on people, and do some nasty things. We have been tracking, and you are going to see some action shortly. We have too many good news items and achievements that you can promote, that you need to promote without having to resort to attacking people. We deal with policies, programs, and principles. People who don't have that attack people who do. People who don't have good news, they spread bad news. Where there is no bad news, they create falsehoods. He said he had been silent on the issue for a long time, but he will no longer be because of the potential for fake news to disrupt and negatively affect lives. I'm going to play something for you now. I'm going to play something. I'm going to play something. We're going to play something for you. I want to make sure so you draw on a long bench, you know. Draw on a long bench and listen to this sermon. Because we're going to play something for you now. I am not even going to tell you what a hypocrite this man is. You need to come to this conclusion on your very own. I am just waiting for something to load because you are going to hear it yourself.
To our social media warriors like Keisha Mack, Alex Higgs, Selena, Oral Campbell, Bridget Watson, Dana Van de Paz, Black Italian, Jay Brown, Alex Jano, Mr. and Mrs. Dottyman, Chopper John West from the Chopping Block, who is our personal Ian Harding. I know that 85% or so of us sitting in Parliament can attest to the measurable support of the Chopping Block, especially during the election season. Madam Speaker, on the eve of the nomination day in 2016.
Okay. This is Eroy Clark, who is now he's the Deputy Speaker of the House, and he is now being sued by Comrade Leader Mark Golding. And I want you to hear this, you know. The Deputy Speaker of the House, who still has his position, by the way, is now being sued by Comrade Leader Mark Golden for going into a WhatsApp group with over 300 individuals, making false allegations about Mark Golding and his wife Sandra Golding, and about the age they were when she had her child for the Comrade Leader, and about the age of their child. This same man in Parliament bigging up the bloggers who are on social media every day, the same bloggers who were spreading the same stories about Dayton Campbell, who has now won his lawsuit. Oral Campbell's name was called, Oral Campbell, who every day tell another lie on social media about comrades every single day. I'm going to show you what a wicked and hypocritical human being this man is. You can't even call him Donald Trump. You can't even call him Andrew Trump. He's talking about lies. Is it lie that his statutory declarations cannot be certified by the Integrity Commission? Is that a lie? Is it a lie that there are 6 members of his party who are sitting MPs who are being investigated for illicit enrichment? Is that a lie? Is it a lie that Rhoda Moy Crawford went on Cliff Hughes and poured her soul how his wife hate her, and how the G2K started a rumor about her having an affair with the Prime Minister in 2013? Is that a lie? Is it a lie that babies are dying in the hospitals because there are no available ventilators? I want to know. Is it a lie that Bustamante Hospital don't have a CT scan machine? I want to know. I have a lot of questions I want to ask this man, because he's talking about spreading lies. Suddenly now the lies become an issue when the truth has surpassed it. When his minions, his termites, as his wife called them, his own wife called them termites, when his termites out there gnawing and trying on the Comrade Leader's name, him never open his mouth now. When his termites are out there gnawing and trying at Dayton Campbell's name, him never have nothing to say. When his termites are out there on social media attacking comrades negatively, he has nothing to say. But when Jamaicans become frustrated and go on social media and air their grouse, all of a sudden he no longer will tolerate it. Also, what you're going to dig up people from under them bed again? Because you feel high and mighty? Is that it? Because nobody is supposed to criticize you with your pomp and posture? I just want to know. Because we will go some European country go beat you same way. Just like how you have bloggers all over the world attacking comrades. You forget the pedophile, we call himself Jamaican police, who is out there attacking people for you? You forget about him? Me just ask all these questions, So now you come in with your hypocrisy. Trying to form a dictatorship here. You think Jamaicans are stupid? Them a report the page. They're reporting the live. You see? This is how far they go. Because now we have beat them. Them reporting. They don't know what to do. Tap up the live. Tap up the live. Share the live. Send on some gifts. Because if them lock it down a million times, they're going to come back and talk the truth. We are going to come back and speak the truth. And we know enough of them depend the FYP a watch. But that's okay. Because them need to hear this. When them have them chief architect in the media, Cliff Hughes, calling every single comrade's name affiliated with the murder of Melissa Silvera, he didn't have an issue with it. When all of a sudden everybody involved and every day him sitting down on somebody else's name, who police gonna call and question? Police don't call me and question me yet. And now we have this jackass. I don't understand. Is he short? Is Andrew Holness short? Because him have short man syndrome. He's a very narcissistic individual. He believes that it's not even just thin skin, it's more than thin skin, Michi. It's a lot more than thin skin. Him definitely can't intimidate me. Because listen, me we go Timbuktu go beat him same way. I will go to Timbuktu and still cuss him. He have to go extradite me. That is what him have to do. Because I can't go anywhere. Yes, him have Napoleon complex. That's why I'm wondering if he's short. I don't think he's short, but him definitely have to, probably penis short. Because he's compensating somewhere. There is some sort of compensation. Normally when men act like this, they are making up for some shortcomings. Men who are confident in themselves don't act like this. They need constant gratification. They need constant praise. They need constant... It's like they need somebody to pat them on them head. Him have mommy issues or something. Was he a barrel baby? Was Andrew Holness a barrel baby? I have to ask because it's like him have some complex. Him have some sort of a complex where it's like he believes that him believes say him can get away with everything. He's above the law. He can set his own laws. And everybody must just. I don't know. Well, Andrew Holness, Jamaica is still a democracy. Yeah, man, go on with your fully, Andrew. On a fool like termite. On a clear the termite off of my page. Thank you, unfriendly. Thank you. I don't know where these termites keep popping up from. I tell you that they are watching, you know. They are watching on the FYP, and when the pressure busts in at them head, them come on and say something. When it get to them, them start. When it get to them, them start. Them start cuss. Them can't help themselves. But let me tell you something. Jamaica is not a dictatorship, it is a democracy. And all of you who support ANJU wholeness and the JLP, termites, the whole of you termites, you are living for scarce benefits and political spoils. You are living for the drippings from the politicians. All of you think that you can benefit financially one way or the other. That is why you support. And you don't believe in working. You don't believe in begging politicians for things. You are not educated enough to understand. $5,000 a bit done with a belly full. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. The same thing he used against Portia Simpson. Listen, let me tell you something. Jamaicans, the most of us, we're not stupid. We're not stupid, but have common sense. We have common sense. And he is now using Pegasus spyware developed by the Israelis to find people. That is what he's wanting to boast about. Talking about he can find us because he has signed away your rights. Because he's going to be digging up your stuff. Me want him come find me. And that me want. And come extradite me. And that me want. Using Pegasus. Thank you, dads. Pegasus is what he is trying to boast about when him say, oh, he can find us. He can find us. Him need to go find him real daddy. Him need to go and find his real father. That's who we need to go find. But that's what he needs to do. Now imagine, who the hell him think him is? Who the hell him think him is? About him going to find people spreading fake. Who determines what fake news is? I want to know who determines what fake news is. That's what I want to know. So because you said it's fake, that means it's fake? Who is he really trying to intimidate? And that I want to know. Who him trying to intimidate? Who is he trying to intimidate? The bloggers in the diaspora? Who beat him every single day? Day in, day out? The PNP spokespeople? Is that him trying to do? That's why I don't hide my face. I don't hide my name. My name what me name. I don't hide my identity. So again, I am saying, who is this man trying to scare? So I could tell you about Pegasus spyware. Pegasus spyware developed by the Israeli cyber arms company NSO group that is designed to be covertly and remotely installed on mobile phones running iOS and Android, right? So him can put it in your phone remotely. While NSO Group markets Pegasus as a product for fighting crime and terrorism, governments around the world have routinely used the spyware to surveil journalists, lawyers, political dissidents, and human rights activists. You see what he's doing? That is why him on platform boasting about he can find you. The sale of Pegasus licenses to foreign government must be approved by the Israeli Defense Ministry. As of March 2023, Pegasus operators were able to remotely install the spyware on iOS versions through 16.03 using a zero-click exploit. So it means you do not have to say anything for them to go into your phone. You don't have to click nothing. You don't have to click nothing. While the capabilities of the Pegasus may vary over time due to spyware updates, Pegasus is generally capable of reading text messages, call snooping, collecting passwords, location tracking, access the target device microphone and camera, and harvesting information from apps. The spyware is named after Pegasus, the winged horse of Greek mythology. Cyber watchdog Citizen Lab and Lookout Security published the first public technical analysis of Pegasus in August 2016 after they captured the spyware in a failed attempt to spy on the iPhone of a human rights activist. Subsequent investigations into Pegasus by Amnesty International, Citizen Lab, and others have garnered significant media attention. Right? You hear that? Okay. So Armenia, Azerbaijan, Bahrain, Djibouti, Dominican Republic, Egypt, El Salvador, Estonia, Finland, France, Germany, Hungary, India, Iraq, Israel, well obviously it's Israel, because them create it. Jordan, them don't call Jamaica name yet. Kazakhstan, Latvia, Mexico. You hear how many countries using it? You hear how many countries using it? So that is why I'm so big, bad, and bold. This is why he's so big, bad, and bold. Because him feels say he can spy on you. That's what he thinks. He can spy on you no matter where you are. He can lock you down, go into your phone, look for your I wonder how much money he spend on that. That's why I'm there beating up him chest. I'm going to lock up all of you for spreading fake news and misinformation. For spreading fake news and misinformation. According to the New York Times in 2016, the cost to install Pegasus software was upwards of $650,000 US plus a $500,000 setup fee to install Pegasus on 10 phones. 10 phones. So you're talking about over $1 million US to install Pegasus on 10 phones. So how many people is he surveilling? 10 people? I don't think so. So how much US dollars ANJU Oldness now willing to spend on this software to find people who speak badly about him? And that me want to know. That's what I want to know. How much money is he willing to spend? And there is a 17% annual service fee per 10 users, per 10 phones that you are surveilling. So like if you have 40 trillion phone now, what am I going to do? That's what I want to know. What are they going to do? I'm going to try lock down your money because them can go in your phone and identify your passwords and blah blah blah. What is he going to do? Lock down your money? Lock down your accounts? No, what you have is a megalomaniac. That's what Andrew Holness is. A megalomaniac who is making up for his shortcomings with his ego. He thinks he can scare us into shutting up. He thinks he can scare dissenters into shutting up. He's trying to silence criticism. Megalomaniac? No, man, look it up. A megalomaniac. I'm going to tell you what a megalomaniac is. Let me give you the definition of a megalomaniac. A person who is obsessed with their own power. That is what a megalomaniac is. Okay? I want to give you the dictionary meaning. A person who is obsessed with their own power. He is a megalomaniac with a small dick that he needs to make up for. Me say so. Beat me. Because it's only men only act like this when them jewels very small. You can know when men are comfortably endowed, you know. Them not have to run down nothing. Everything come to them. Think about it. They are very confident individuals. When a man is... What do men think about the most? Missy on the bright. We're still preaching, you know. This is still politics church and we're still preaching. What do men think about the most? You can always see a man and see how him act and know if he is well endowed or not. Come women, make we talk to them. Make we preach now. Come make we talk the things. Make we preach the things. Manhood. Thank you. Manhood. That's what they think about the most. Amen, Michibu. Oh, well, they are at pleasing women. And when a man is very endowed and pleases women well, and women buck him up on them, marvel at him and wow, you're blessed and whatever. How does he act? Come women, don't talk to me because you don't know the things them. Talk to me. Me have 3 kids. I am not a virgin. I am married 2 times with 3 kids. Talk to me. When a man is fully well packaged, how does he act? Talk to me, man. Talk to me. Talk to me. Macho, confident, up in himself. Yes, he's a very confident person. A man who is very well endowed and knows that women will come to him because him don't want to boast or whatever. They're very laid back. They tend to be very laid back men. You can always know how well a man. You see them always tell you, say boy, look at a man foot size, foolishness. Foolishness. Look how him act. Laid back men tend to be well endowed. Because nothing, he has to run down nothing, everything comes to him. He knows what he possesses. You understand? Now, tall men tend to act like that as well. So when you have a tall man who is well endowed, they tend to be very laid back. Think about it, and I know from personal experience. When you have a tall man, no, listen, me not even go there. Or when you have a tall, me could not even talk. But when you have a tall man who is very well endowed, he tends to be laid back. Him don't have nothing to prove to a soul. Him don't have nothing to prove to a soul. Andrew Holness not short in height. He's not short. Short men tend to act to make up for their lack of height. It's either height or length they're making up for. Think about it. When a man is pushy, when a man is seeking power, when a man is full of himself, he is making up for his height or his length. What I say? Him height or him length. ANJU Holness is not a short man. ANJU Holness is at least 6 feet tall. So he's definitely not making up for anything in his height. So if it's not his height, he must be making up for his length. Making up for the shortcomings, Natalie. Making up for the shortcomings. That is all. And this is just my analysis of the situation, you know. Yeah, Vendetta. Let me ask you something, Vendetta. Are you a pushy person who like love to show up on it? Tell me now, when a man have the right length, him bossy and him out there? Is he power hungry? Me not call a soul because I know what they lack in height or length, they are going to try to make it up some other way. They are going to have to seek somewhere else. Seek it somewhere else. You remember that picture there? Andrew with Juliet where she fold her and then look where? No interest. And him look at her like him begging something. You remember that picture there? Him look upon her like him a beg something. Look like when them young. And him love her to pieces and she not pay him no mind. At that time, ANJU Holness make up his mind, say, he does not have it in the length, so he has to get it in the pocket. And to get it in the pocket, him need power. Him need power. So when him decides him need power because his money and power going give him what him want in life. Money and power going to give him what him want in life. Because his jewels cannot. You know, follow me? So when you see a prime minister going around and saying things like this, he's lacking somewhere. Okay, man, yes, Bill Jamrock. Him lacking in somewhere. Something not going well somewhere. Something he's making up for some sort of a shortcoming somewhere along the line. You know, understand? Yes, Mitchell, I'm telling you, tonight is about teaching, you know. Tonight we are preaching. Tonight we are educating. There you go, Natalie. There you go. You can know when man not well endowed. Them have to compensate. It is called a compensation crisis. And they end up overcompensating for some shortcoming somewhere. Oh, it go again. The id, the ego, and the super ego. There has to be a balance. When you talk to me about the id, the ego, and the super ego. Who know about the id, the ego, and the super ego? Come talk to me. I did sociology at A levels, by the way. The id, the ego, and the super ego. Now you tell me. That is right, Mitchim. I did sociology at A levels. Telling us me a bright pick Nina. So when there is a shortfall in the id, who make up for it? The super ego. The super ego. ANJU Holness has an overabundance of super ego. Therefore, he's falling short on his id. That means that within himself, he lacks confidence. Because it is manifesting in an overabundance of super ego. A very, very inflated ego. Because only somebody with a super ego, like a huge super ego, could be saying shit like this. No talk to me there. Shake the tambourine. Amen, Michibu. Because eventually them have a hard fall. Eventually they must have a hard fall, because in life everything have to balance. And if it is out of alignment, you need to go get balance. You need to go and get balance. You need to balance up your personality. Right? That's the bottom line. So his instinctual desires, right? And his immoralizing, the superego is for his morals. Right? That's the bottom line. What do you mean why I don't run for PM? I don't need to be the PM. Why should I be the PM? First and foremost, if me ever turn PM, corrupt, Ono wouldn't want me to be the... If I became the Prime Minister, Ono probably would try to assassinate me. Because Ono can't live under law and order. Because as laborites, as termites, Ono need corruption. Ono need... As laborites and termites, Ono need chaos. Ono need absolute chaos to exist. If there is law and order, you would not survive. You need chaos to exist, to survive. You cannot survive in a lawful country. In a country that has law and morals and decency. No laborite can survive. So you have to create chaos so that you can thrive. That's what it boils down to. You have to create chaos to survive. You have to create chaos to survive. So this idiot, no. I wonder if me calling him an idiot is fake news. But the statement he made is idiotic. So is it fake news really? Who determines what fake news is? Who died and made ANJU Wholeness the repository on the truth? Who determines what is fake news? Especially when he has lost every time somebody sue ANJU Wholeness, them beat him. So I want to take this to court again? And that I want to know. Because if him come to me, and me I go sue him. If him come to have me arrested or whatever, I are gonna sue him for violating my human rights. I am going to sue him. And tie him up in court too. All Privy Council, since him don't want to abolish it, me can't go. My daddy rich. He must send me go England to sue the government. So therefore, I am asking. You can't see, born again, oh Lord, say you can't sue a sick man and win. People are suing him left, right, and center, born again. People is suing him left, right, and center. And winning. ANJU Wholeness and his administration have been taken to court 6 times. And have lost every single time. Them no win. Them have yet to win a case against anybody. Anybody carry them go court win. Do I look biracial to you? Me look like me have some white in me. Me don't see me nappy ear. My daddy is a black man. A maroon. A very, very bright man too. Mathematician by profession. I saw it you. I saw it. Let me look, and my sister, you send me something. Through me, you know how the preaching go. Right? Because I'm telling you, you know, so this week is going to be a very exciting week for you know. Because tonight, we're doing the preaching. ANJU Oldness, you first need to look deep within the JLP for the architects of fake news. Yeah, man, we talk about Eri already. We talk about the fact that people in his organization are being sued for telling a lie. Right? And yet he is coming out to say this about ruining people. The first person he needs to sue is Rhoda Moy Crawford. That's the first person he needs to sue. For the fake news where she out there with. Was it not Rhoda Moy Crawford who said that Juliet Oldness is very cold towards her? So that is probably the first person he needs to carry to court. What do you think? Yeah. He need to sue Christopher Tufton too. Because Christopher Tufton said ANJU don't like bright people. Dr. Death himself said that. No comrade said it. His own people said it. That him don't like bright people. We show up him dunceness. You remember that? I don't like people think it's lie, I'm telling you now. So I'm going to find it for you. Because I'm telling you all the time, and I say my short-term memory is crude, but there is nothing wrong with my long-term memory. And things were stuck. You see how far may I drop lessons from A-level sociology to tell you now. You know how long I don't do sociology. You know how old I am now. You know when I leave high school with A-levels. Them don't even call it A-levels now. Them call it Cape Advanced. But short-term memory. Yeah, man, him learn. Him hate smart people. I find it for now. And tell you now when he said it, I don't like when people think, okay, ANJU Oldness is intimidated by bright people. Tough time. This is December 1, 2013. Tough times for Tufton. Potential JLP leader in the center of a storm. This is 2013. Let us read it. In the recently concluded Jamaica, we have the receipts, you know. I'm telling a long time, we have the receipts. In the recently concluded Jamaica Labour Party leadership campaign, he underscored this trait when he remarked, "We want a leader who is not afraid of bright people." I wonder who he was saying that about. We want a leader who is not afraid of bright people. So if they want a leader who is not afraid of bright people, why shouldn't we want a prime minister who is not afraid of bright people? Bright people don't mind criticism. That is one of the hallmarks of being bright. Soap Factory, I'm glad I see you. Every day I say I am going to make a video. Listen to me now. Soap Factory sent me some products. Soap and creams. Wanna see my face? Wanna notice how my face clear? Wanna see my face? Wanna look good enough? Apart from the black circle them under my eye. Soap Factory by the sea is what their products I have been using. From I come up here because I pick it up the day before I travel and I have it up here. It's it alone I using on my skin. Come and say I'm going to give you a fair chance to work on my skin, because I am up here for a few months, and when I use it, I am going to give you a review. And I have given the pain cream to my aunt who have bad arthritis in her knees, and she said she need more, so I will be contacting you very soon, because she said it done and she need more, because it is the only thing that helps the pain in her knees. I am glad I see you. So only need to go to the page Soap Factory by the Sea and see what them have. It's a shameless plug for her and her products, because the product them are work, it a go on. Right? It is going on. So make we go back to ANJU now. ANJU oldness, Tufton say him don't like bright people. So if Tufton said that they deserve a leader, Soap, SOAP Factory, FACTORY by the sea, SEA. Soap Factory by the Sea. That is her handle. I saw her name pop up a while ago. You can go on our page and look at her products. Right? I'm gonna do a video for her. Like, seriously, I need to. Time I don't have. I wonder if you know some me beat books. Anyway, we don't finish beat ANJU yet. We have 14 minutes to go. 14 minutes to go, and we're going to get down into it now. We're going to dig deep now. So if Christopher Tufton in 2013, which is 11 years ago, comrades, said that JLP deserves a leader who is not who like bright people, I'm going to give you back his exact words, because I don't like to misquote people. Right? We want a leader who is not afraid of bright people. So why is it that Jamaica doesn't deserve a leader that is not afraid of bright people? That is what I want to know. So all along, comrades, they knew that their leader had a very fragile ego. I said to you, why do men have fragile egos? Remember we discussed their shortcomings. It's either they're short in height or they are short in length. This is the issues that give men fragile ego. Most of the times. When they are ridiculed and looked down upon by women, it makes them develop fragile ego, and they seek to obtain power at all cost and any cost. So them seek to find power all by getting rich. So them can throw money at people. And a lot of them get rich illegally or unscrupulously. So they have to bury their moral rectitude in order to overcome their hurdles, the hurdles of their diminished self-worth. And they are very fragile in their masculinity. Very fragile egos. And they don't handle criticism well. They don't handle criticism well at all. You following me? So when you have a man now, and these men tend to be violent too, by the way. They tend to be violent, physically violent, especially towards women, because it is about control. Now, I am not saying the Prime Minister beat his wife, because his wife is a very huge woman. She huge. She no little like me. She huge. She never huge all the time though. But I am not saying that. I am just telling you how these men tend to be. Boy, she look like she could have really trampled him, you know. She look like a very powerful woman, physically powerful woman. Yeah, man, she look I've been beside that. I gave that woman one of the books that I wrote, you know. I tell her that story. Yeah, man. At the time, I don't think she knew who I was, but we were at an event where I was promoting my book. And she was very interested in the book because I wrote a book about how to lose weight. You understand? And she took the book, I signed it. She had Juliet Olness as an autographed copy of my book. Yeah. Big and serious. She bought it. She bought it. Mm-hmm. I don't know if she recognized the name, but listen, she's huge. She's tall and she's big. She no little. I don't think me reach the lady there her shoulder yet. I look up so. So I look up. You don't know me short, right? Those of you who do not know, I am 5'2". Right? Me short. And a lot of you who meet me on the road say you did not know that I was this short. But yeah, man, me short. So I look up so. Can't just look so me have to cock up in neck. Yeah, man. But I'm just saying that people normally like him, people with his kind of personality, tend to be physically violent and emotionally abusive. They tend to be emotionally abusive people because they're trying to compensate for their shortcomings. And the fact of the matter is, maybe when he was growing up, he was bullied. I don't know, because I never go to school with him. Maybe the students never like him. We hear when he was on campus, what them used to call him again? Who remember what them used to call ANJU when him did dep on campus? What them used to call him again? Them have a nickname for him. What them used to call him again? Backwards. Backwards. When Jamaican people say somebody's backwards, what that mean? And they talk to me now, because we have got through it. When people say you're backwards, what they mean? They used to call him backwards. That was his whole name at campus, I was told. I went on campus after him. So everything that I'm saying are just allegations where you hear people talking. When Jamaican people say you're backwards, what does that mean? No critical thinking. Oblivious. So if somebody keep on saying that you're stupid and everybody call it, because basically to say that you're backwards means you're stupid. So if people give you a nickname, synonymous with being stupid. What does that say to you? Thank you, Natalie. It means he's not bright. So if somebody gives you a nickname that is synonymous with stupid, that must affect your self-worth. You don't think? If people keep saying that you're stupid, after a while it must get to you. Don't it? So he's overcompensating for his shortcomings. So what him do? Find the easiest way to come to power. So once people have been calling you stupid for so long, because the average person goes to university for 3 to 4 years to complete a degree. Him say him have a master's too. Don't know, don't care. But at least for 3 years, people been calling him stupid. Backward means stupid. It must get to him. Must get to him. So what are you going to do? You're going to try to show people that you are not stupid. And when people go out there and cuss you, oh, you're stupid and you're dunce, and this stupid prime minister, blah, blah, it get to him. And then him come out and say stupid things like this. And what you say, Wiz, that's good. WikiLeaks founder has been freed. Excellent. It build up anger and resentment. Bill Jamrock, you are so right. It builds anger, it builds resentment, but he has an inferiority complex. It causes him to develop an inferiority complex. So when people have inferiority complexes, how do they overcompensate that? They try to shut down everybody who reminds them of this complex. When you have an entire country reminding you that you are dunce, he's trying to shut down free speech. Because people now realize that ANJU Holness is dunce. They are now calling him dunce. They are reminding him that in college, his nickname was synonymous with dunce. And a rocket science, you know. It is not rocket science. His nickname is synonymous with dunce. That's what it boils down to. So when people come and criticize him, what does he do? He reacts by trying to shut up everybody because they take him to a dark, dark place. They take him back to a dark, dark place, a place that he thought he left behind when he became in charge of an entire country. But when you're stupid, you can't hide your stupidity. So if them tell you say you're dunce in school, because when Jamaican people say you're backward, it means you're dunce. When them tell you say you're dunce in school, it must catch up with you. No matter where you're going to go, people are going to identify that you are stupid. So now what does he do? He tries to shut up an entire country who is criticizing him by calling people's criticism of him misinformation. Because it is stupid to think that you can go by year and flout the rules of the country that you are in charge of. Imagine you're in charge of a government that has to abide by laws and you are flouting them. Why is it that your declarations cannot be certified? His childhood name backwards, it wasn't his childhood name, it was his university hall name. It was his hall name in university. That's what it boils down to. So people realize I'm never too bright upstairs. And it's not me, say so. When people realize, oh, you stay, that is out, them give you the hall name. Me never have no hall name, in a serious. Me alone. Never have no hall name. I guess they probably don't give girls hall names. I don't know. But the man them have hall name. The whole of the man them have hall name. And it take for him own to heart. It give him an inferiority complex. I don't know if he had it while he was at St. Catherine High School. I wasn't on Durham either. I lived near to them. Remember some come from the constituency where the universities are in. You know? So I didn't live on Durham. I lived at my parents' house. I lived literally 5 minutes from the university at the time. You understand? So what I'm saying is, you join late Golda, Wagwan Golda. Siaga said he's a good boy but not a good leader. That's why he gave Bruce Golden. Yeah, but guess what? The bottom line is, you realize, you know people personality from how them stay. So you know that he's good at following instructions, but he's not good to give instructions. No, understand what I'm saying? And a lot of them identified this. But because they are so power hungry, them would rather keep him there, catch him up, than move him and make Jamaica prosper. Because why? He's so stupid that he lets all of these things happen. And then when people call it as them see it, Him talk about spreading lies and misinformation on social media. Well, ANJU Wholeness, I have psychoanalyzed you. And that is my truth. I have psychoanalyzed you. And I call it as I see it. So you're going to send your Pegasus spy to tell you how the man think. Him get a new toy now and the first thing him do is go and boast about it. He's watching you. And he's going to track you. A sensible person would keep them damn mouth shut. If it's all Kagame, when him Kigame or Kagame down in Rwanda, him track you and shut him damn mouth. But not ANJU. ANJU go make you know. Because him stupid. That's the bottom line, you know. But you say, who stand phone? Who tell you say it's 10? To how this man is blowing through money, listen. Every single comrade that man is following and tapping at them phone. Every single one. Goodly years to everybody. I mean everybody phone. So him just a spend and a spend and a spend. You think it's $1 million US him spend on that? You got to be kidding me. Much more than that. Much more than that. Cause him just a blow through the money. Yes, you know Twitch. Him trying to practice communism, but it going backfire on him. It is going to backfire on him. It must backfire. That's the bottom line. It is going to backfire. It's not about him being paranoid. It's the fact that he has an inferiority complex. Because he was ridiculed for years as being somebody without sense. That's what it boils down to. Hurt people hurt people. You ever hear that saying? So this is him overcompensating. Him overcompensating. You know, follow me? He has an inferiority complex. He has as I say, he's a megalomaniac. Obsessed with power. Because he believes that with power comes respect. Whenever I interact with ANJU Wholeness, when he just became the Prime Minister, had people leave the entire gym so that he is able to work out by himself and him have access to the entire gym. At that same event where his wife bought my book, I think I did tell you the story already. ANJU Wholeness had the entire room cleared so that he could go in and look at the display with his security detail by himself. This is the type of leader that you have. He's so full of himself. His ego is so super inflated. I will never forget that. That was 2018 at Denby. Where he was going around and his security details were telling people to exit so that the Prime Minister can come in. No. This is the first I've ever seen that, because we're coming from a Prime Minister, Portia Simpson Miller, who embraced people around her. Whenever she go anywhere and the crowd go down on her, she take her time and hug every single person. I used to wonder how she do it. Portia would have hug everybody, kiss everybody, picnic. Once you go to Portia and hug her, she hug in your back. ANJU Wholeness is in the middle of a wall of security detail, and everywhere him go, the room have empty. And it's not because he is afraid. It is because he has a point to prove that he's important. This is him displaying his importance. It's called self-importance. You ever see him driving past on the road? You ever in traffic and see him with him one bag of vehicles speeding past? This is another display of his inflated ego and his super self-importance. it boils down to. This arrogant display of super inflated ego and self-importance and pomp and posture. And oh, if I'm here, you have to move. So them bad drive people on the road. Fan out people out of the road. Speed at some ridiculous. Them drive at some ridiculous speeds. All ties in to ANJU Holness's inferiority complex and the need to hold on to power at whatever cost to compensate for the fact that people think him stupid. And how does he display his importance? By gathering stupid people to follow him. Do you realize that the few sensible laborites that there are, they are very quiet. Many of them have decided to just get away and get out of it. And he has this set of followers, as his wife calls them, the termites, that are just plain stupid. Do you realize this? That ANJU Holness's followers are the lumpen proletariats of the society, where his wife called the termites. I tell you who him can dictate to already, you know. Him can't even dictate to Juliet. Him can't even dictate to Juliet. So I don't know how him want to come dictate to the whole away, and him can't dictate to Juliet. That's what it boils down to. That's what it boils down to, comrades. Church is over for tonight. It's 10:30. 11:30 my time. Just remember, you don't have to know the type of leader that you are dealing with. I told you that he has physical shortcomings. He has mental shortcomings and emotional shortcomings. As a result, he's making up for all of his shortcomings through his ego and the need for self-importance and power. And who is going to follow these kind of people? Where you say it done quick. When you don't realize it's 3 hours with depend this now. It's been 3 hours. May I go give you a little extra. Just because it did break down for a little bit over here on TikTok. But I am looking at my YouTube page, which went flow right through. And we are at 3 hours and 8 minutes. So I want to stay there. My bottom is burning me. I don't used to listen to me. Anne-Marie, tell them the size of my behind. You know, short woman with big behind, that is me. Thank you, Ian. Thank you. Christine, I don't know what him is. I don't know what him is. All I know is that if we do not get him out of there, we're going to have a serious problem. You see how quick the man ready to boast about what him have in him arsenal. It's so him go abroad, go chat, run up him mouth and get we in trouble. And sell we out. Because him don't have the ability to critically think. Critical thinking is not his strong suit. That is why he is called backwards. That's the bottom line. So if we are comfortable with somebody who is backwards leading our country, then by all means go and vote for him. No smart at all, neither street nor otherwise. He wrote a book when he was 17 saying his ambition is to become a politician. It wasn't a book, it was the thing on his school. It wasn't a book, you know. It was the description on your school picture, your graduation picture, when them write the little paragraph about you. Yeah, it's that. And it's not him that say it, it's him classmate them did say it when he was in high school. Say his ambition. Now, from them time they them realize that this man ambition is very, very large. Exactly, Mr. Reliable. That is what we have been speaking about all night. That he's using the Pegasus to track us. Him not hide it. Him say it, that he's tracking us. He literally said it in the article. In the speech that he gave at St. Anne, Almond Tree, he said that he's tracking us. Once we say what something that is according to him misinformation, and again I'm asking, who determines what misinformation is? Who determines what misinformation is? Is misinformation determined by him? Exactly, Mr. Reliable. That is why I would say that I need him to start so that we can carry him to court, because he has lost 6 court cases already. He has lost 6 court cases. Who's Dr. Titley? You understand? His own. Why am I for bad up somebody to get it? Yes. Because he knows that he cannot study, he cannot read for it. He's not intellectually capable enough to read for it. That's just the truth. Him not intellectually capable to read for it. That is why him have to buy it, beg, steal or borrow it. Him have to get it honorary. Because him cannot write a thesis paper. Can't write a thesis paper. Him can't study with no research fellow. Him brain can't absorb all of the information them were in front of the book page. That's why them call him backward. Good night, Albert. Good night. No, but think about it, Debbie. Comrade Debbie. Think about it. Yeah, man, the thesis is rough. Tell me about it. Those who feel it knows it. Think about it. Yeah, man, him have to go track you whole away. Him have, at least me not even say him not have the money, but because he's so stupid that he's going to waste all of the money tracking everybody who have something bad to say. So if you have 3 million Jamaican people and 100,000 Jamaican people have something to say about him, let us not even say 100,000. Let us say 50,000. Let us say 20,000 people. Let us say 10,000 people have something bad to say about ANJU Holness. Because you might have 100,000 people who don't think much of him. But let us say 10,000 people have something bad to say about it. How is he going to track 10,000 people when you have to pay how much? $1 million US to track 10 people. 10 people. So is he going to try and track PNP activists? So if there are 1,000 PNP activists, I'm going to try and track 1,000 of us. So he's going to spend $100 million US on us, because when you add it now, you know, is $1 million for every 10 people, right? So if him track 100 people, how much is that? When you do the maths with me, calculate it. If it costs 1 million to track 10 people, it costs 10 million to track 100 people. It costs 100 million US dollars to track 1,000 people. Not so. My maths all right. So what is he gonna do? Track all away? So he is willing to spend, let us not even say 1,000 of us. Let us say 500 of us. Is he going to spend $50 million to track 500 people? US dollars, no. Is that what he's saying? And for how long him going track us for? Suppose the 500 we decide to here we dash the phone the way and we find another phone, we get another phone. How him going track again? Him going to pay money to find way again? I have all these questions. I have all of these questions. I really do. But that's what I'm saying, Anne-Marie. I know that that's what I'm saying. Because as him track one person, another person start cussing. Or I'm going track all the way. That's the point I'm trying to make. Is he realizing that he's opening a Pandora's box? Me, I am not changing anything for him, Mr. Reliable. Me not changing any of my habits for him. Because I want to carry him to court. I want to carry him to court. Because him lose every single court case. So I want to carry him to court. I want him to come and try and violate my human rights. That is what I want him to do. I want him to try and trap my phone and make him violate my human rights. Don't you know over frightening now? He is going to do it to the little man them. We come out and make a bad video about him and them not really political. And them not have no backative. Him not go try it with all away. Because he's intimidated by bright people. Tough and try it already, you know. I tell you no already. Tough and try it with me already. All know him still waiting. Because he never get what him want. Yeah, man. So make them go and try. Let them keep on trying. This just goes to show you him upstairs not too righted. Comrades, I want 100,000 likes before I come off. You see how long, listen, you see how long I'm going over now? I am now at 73,000. I'm begging you not to go to what? Take me to 100,000. I miss the feeling of 100,000. This is what happens. And you see, this is how he leads the JLP by example. This is how he leads them by example, because they are now all out on social media following ANJU's lead. And what is ANJU's lead? To shut down any dissenter. Anybody who talk with sense, they want to silence them. They want to silence all the critics. They want to tarnish the reputation of anybody who makes any criticism of them. These are the actions of dunce people. These are the actions of people who have no ability to critically think. These are the actions of people who cannot have a sensible conversation, who cannot handle criticism. Whoever rule breaker is cannot shut me up. They have been trying to shut me up for 15 years. And if I reach Antarctica, I'm still going to be talking. The more them try to shut me up is the more followers I get. We at 80,000 now. No, go on. Work with me. No, work with me, comrades. My work feed tonight. I talk to you by myself. I talk to you by myself now. For over 3 hours. But I am intellectually lazy. You have to have some intellect to be intellectually lazy, you know. The term intellectually lazy implies that your intellect is there, but it is hard to manifest for one reason or another. They are not intellectually lazy. They are intellectually bereft. They lack intellect. They totally lack intellect. This is what it boils down to. So you can't really use the term intellectually lazy. You have to say that they are intellectually bereft. lack intellect don't normally have morals, because there is no, I keep on telling you that morality is a frontal cortex phenomenon. It is part of higher intelligence to recognize the difference between right and wrong. People who are very limbic in their thinking tend to not know the difference between right or wrong. And labor rights, I realize, are very limbic. It's not, you don't even reach third eye yet. You're talking about brain now. You have to go higher than brain to reach the third eye. Them not reach brain yet, much less third eye. You don't have to have third eye to have moral rectitude. The labor rights don't have higher brain function. And that's what it boils down to. Somebody who lacks frontal, comrades, there are studies done in people with frontal cortex injuries. Your frontal cortex controls your ability to think critically. And people who tend to have like a traumatic brain injury that is basically affecting their frontal cortex tend to lose the ability to think critically. There are a lot of people who are born without the frontal cortex function. And I realize that this is very prominent in labor rights. They act like they don't have any frontal cortex function. That is something that I realize with them. I realize that they have no ability to think critically. They have no concept of right from wrong. Do you understand what I'm saying? I want you to understand what I am saying. Because Uriel, this is who we're discussing, unfortunately. We are discussing the Prime Minister's lack of critical thinking. Because he says that he will no longer be silent on the use of social media to spread misinformation. And we are asking Uriel, misinformation by whom? What misinformation? Who determines what misinformation is? Is it ANJU Wholeness who is he the person who determines what is right and what is wrong? Somebody who has yet to have his statutory declarations certified? I'm asking all of these questions because I'm trying to find out who made him the bastion of what is good and what is bad, what is lie and what is truth. Thank you, Wiz. Who made ANJU Wholeness the moral vein? Who gave him the authority to determine which information is real and which information is fake? Somebody whose whole name was backward. And as I said, backward, as we know it, is synonymous with stupid. When somebody says you are backward, they realize that you lack the ability to critically think. So if others have recognized that you lack the ability to critically think, who gives you the right to determine what is right, what is wrong, what is fake, what is real? Or is it that you are trying to shut down free speech because you are deathly afraid of criticism? Because criticism takes you to a dark place in your brain where you remember how you were ridiculed and looked down upon because people realize that you are intellectually incapable. To the point where somebody from your own party said that you are afraid of bright people. To the point where the leader that you worshipped allegedly said that you are good to follow but not to lead. And now we have to wonder about somebody like Bruce Golding, who willed the JLP to you when his back was against the wall. Why did Bruce Golding step aside and dictate that you should be the JLP leader? Why? We are asking all of these questions that we need the answers to. All my rubber done. Yeah, man, listen, it not done yet, you know. It don't done yet. It now go down till the carry me to the 100,000. I am just trying to get into this man boy's brain, because he can't be a real. As I tell you, when you lack something and you're unable to regulate your emotions, you are a boy. No matter what age you are, biologically, your brain functions like a boy. So I'm trying to figure out what is going through this boy's brain for him to come and say something like this. I'm sure there are many world leaders who are spying on their dissidents, but they don't boast about it in public. No, Loxley, a boy cannot. This is why Jamaica is failing, because we have a boy as a prime minister. He is emotionally a child. When a child gets a new toy, he goes and boasts everywhere. When a child gets a new toy, he wants everybody to see this new toy. He wants to speak about it as much as possible. Not true. Am I wrong? We're talking, you know, we're talking. I just want to quote where he told us what he is capable of. Right? I'm gonna find it. We read it earlier, but I want to repeat it. Here we go. I think I did open it in my browser, you know. Oh, I see what happened. We had gone into the Samoa agreement. But let me read it, because I want to show. Yes, man, when I carry me go the 100,000, I deserve it. I preach tonight, I let them all dry. Alright, I need water. Uno listening now. Imagine him saying even degreed people who studied in the highest institutions of the land are not able to discern the nonsense that comes. Right? So, we'll tell you what him say. The person struck. Listen now, you know. Listen to what him say. Because him want to know what him have. Him want you to know him toy. Recently, I became aware of a situation where a young man made a post on social media that borders on being defamatory and probably libelous. The person was tracked and identity discovered. This is what came out of his mouth. So he wants you to know that he now has the ability to track you and discover your identity. The long and short of it is that the person who was put up was doing this by a political organization. Right? This is what he's saying. ANJU is talking about all of this because he wants you to know that he now possesses capability to track people online, aka Pegasus. So he is like a child with a new toy. Oh, we reached the 100,000. Thank you. And it's 12 o'clock in the eye. I want to get half an hour extra. Comrades. So you know it's about that time now where I wanna see my eye them start squint up. That mean me tired, my eye them tired. And my bottom it burneth me from sitting down all the time because I am now sitting down for 3 hours and 30 minutes. I am looking at the YouTube and my bottom is burned. I don't normally sit down so long. So comrades, I am gonna play Jamaica Arise for you. Remember, comrades, that tomorrow we have, yeah man, is the tie the Israelis gave him. Him pay feet man with him pay top dollar for him tie too. When him a boss off boat. But remember tomorrow we will be joined by Comrade Miranda Wellington from Southwest St. Elizabeth, the PNP candidate for Southwest St. Elizabeth. We'll also be joined by Comrade Kajana Johnson, who is the counselor for the racecourse division. So we have enough to talk about. 7:30 tomorrow right here, right? So big up on yourself, take care of yourself, stand attention for Jamaica Arise. The trumpet has sounded, my countrymen all, so awake from your slumber and answer the call. The torch has been lighted, the dawn is at hand. Who joins in the cry for his own native land? Land of my God, I pledge to thee, loyal and big up on yourself, comrades. Remember, the replay of the lives are always available on YouTube. So if you never catch any of the live, them feel free to go back and watch the YouTube lives because they are all there. So until tomorrow night, big up on yourself. Thanks for joining me. I preach out my soul case. So I hope you enjoyed tonight's program. Remember, tomorrow, Comrades Miranda Wellington and Kajana Johnson. Wednesday, Comrade Mayor Andrew Swaby of the KSAMC. And Saturday, Comrade Starboy himself, KD Knight. All here. Conroy Green, boy baby. Probably tomorrow that you see my eye them. Bedtime. Big up on yourself. Alright? Until tomorrow.